Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the second stream. Hopefully everything's sounding okay. I'm using slightly different software from last week, so if things sound a little different, just let me know. I'll try and change things. One second, let me just change the thing. Can everyone see that okay? Can everyone also see the chat okay? I'm still struggling to figure out what you can and can't see. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? I was just editing all morning basically, so all good? Okay. Nice, nice. Hello, 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 hello. Hello everyone coming in. We're gonna get started with the tier list very soon. I just need to remember how to do the overlay. Is that right? Does that look okay? Hopefully that's appearing okay. Can you do a hot tub stream? That's maybe jumping a little far for now. Alright, so we can pretty much just get started straight away with the today we're doing a tier list of ranking. Zoom in a bit more. Okay. One sec. This one. Zoom in, really? Does it look too small? Like that? Is that a little bit better? Okay, so we're gonna get started with the tier list finally. Today we're ranking the killers easiest to hardest to master. So as a start, we're probably gonna go. We're gonna start off with a very easy, I would say, because that seems like the logical place to start, really. And then once we're done with the tier list, we're gonna try and do some survive with friends, potentially a bit later on, but we'll see how it goes. I've also managed to prepare some things to hopefully enhance the stream a bit. Whenever someone subs now, like subscribes to the channel, this should work. I hope it works. Hopefully it shows on stream too, but it should show up a little message at the bottom there. See, it says AZHYMOVS just subscribed. It should be like that, hopefully. The same thing should happen if people become members. You're gonna hear this. Hey everyone. Oh wow, look at that. And then, yeah. So if you become a member now, it says, hey everyone. That's it basically. That's all I really did. So yeah, that's that. Let's get started with the tier list. Let's not waste any more time. So starting out, easiest to hardest to master. Which killers do we think belong at the very bottom? Let's start with the easiest first. My first pick initially is probably someone like Clown. I'm a big Clown hater. So for me, Clown goes like directly to the bottom. Hey everyone, hey everyone. Indeed, indeed. Wraith, Freddy, Wraith and Clown. Clown is definitely my pick. Wraith is easiest. Okay, the majority is saying Wraith so far. I think I do actually agree with that now I'm thinking about it too. Wraith is like probably the best character to learn the game on. Probably the easiest one to learn the game on too. His power's very basic. He does have some stealth elements, of course, but they're mostly they're fairly simple to learn. It's mostly just cloak uncloak with him. So I think I agree with that, with Wraith going at the bottom there. So next up, I think Freddy was mentioned, and I think Clown was mentioned as the next two. Clown, come on, there's so much stuff you can learn on him. What kind of things would you say there are to learn on Clown? Because personally, I struggle pinning anything. Like, there's a few like curves you can do with the bottles, you can do the whole kind of like mortaring thing, there's like working out the direction and the trajectories and stuff. But other than that, I don't know, for me at least, Clown doesn't have too much, I don't think. Wraith and Clown, then Freddy. Hello everyone, by the way. I will try to welcome anyone in when they come in. But thank you all for joining the stream. Wesker is a bit harder. Wraith and Clown, then Freddy. Didn't someone make hours-long video about the Clown? What you're probably referring to is the big Clown document someone wrote. Good morning, user. And it was a 150-page document where they talked about the Clown and the best strategies, the best perks to run, and stuff like that. So I think that's what you're referring to. But just because someone wrote that much about the Clown doesn't mean he's hard to master. At least in my eyes, he's quite easy to master. Freddy and Legion. Hello, Clobird. Maya's ain't that difficult. I think Pig should be down there. Clown has to manage 2 different type of bottles. That's very true, off the late. In fairness, that definitely has raised him up since his rework. The need to use 2 bottles is definitely a good shout. So Freddy. For me, Freddy is definitely an easy character to master. It's mainly just anti-loop, a few snares. His teleport is very, very simple. There's really not much to it. So yeah, for Freddy, I would agree with Freddy being down there. But Clown seems to be getting some contention. Personally, I think he's really easy, but Bubba, Clown, and then Pig. Legion's second easiest to master. See, that's interesting because I would actually put Legion a little bit higher. Singularity and very hard. I do think Singularity... I actually think debatably Singularity is one of the hardest characters we have now. Just take a sip, 1 sec. Please put Singularity in very hard, Pyramid Head in very hard. Interesting. Legion seems to be getting the most chat right now for very easy. This one's tough for me. I personally, I would put him up to... put them up to easy. I think there's a bit more to learn with them. Clown should be at the very bottom. Demo is pretty straightforward. Demo is like the most balanced in almost every aspect, I think. It comes in at like the midpoint on almost like every single list relating to like balance and stuff. I think Clown is too hard to be on the same level as someone like Wraith. Yeah, okay, well, okay, that's true. In fairness, when you phrase it like that, you do have a point. That's very true with her. So maybe Clown can be easy. Personally, I don't think he can go any higher than easy. I really don't. Knight easy 2. Legion is 3 buttons and possibly 4. I mean, I suppose, but there's lots of different tricks you have to learn. Well, I'll leave them in very easy for now, but I'm not necessarily agreeing with it yet. What do we think about Trapper? Let's talk about Trapper. We'll try and go along and do it that way maybe instead. Well, what are we thinking for Trapper? Personally, like, the thing is with Trapper is he's very easy to learn, but he's definitely harder to master. Like, he has a much higher skill ceiling than most other characters. What do you guys think for Trapper? Trapper is average, Trapper is easy. Hello, Cephal, I'll just say, hello. Trapper is average, Trapper is hard to master, easy or average, easy. Remember, we're talking mastery here. You still think easy with mastery? It's like, I do think he's easy to learn, but I think mastery... Master hard? See, that's what I think. I think he's probably low hard, maybe. Or high average. I think learning him, definitely easy or very easy, but mastering him is like another deal. And I would say that's up in the average to hard range. What are we thinking? Easy to learn, but hard to win because survivors know all the usual trap placements. I agree with that, Joseph. Easy to master? Easy to master still. Fair enough, fair enough. Just gotta learn the best places for his traps. That's true, I suppose. What else is there? I suppose so. I suppose that is true. I think he at least goes into average for me, though. Everyone can trap windows and pallets, but you must be creative with placement to catch more survivors. Yeah, true. At the very bottom of hard... Interesting. I'm going to stick him in average for now, and we can always adjust it a bit later. Billy. This is a really interesting one. We're going to keep in mind for this as well the reworked version of Billy. Obviously not everyone's had a chance to try him. But yeah, Billy. What are we thinking for Billy? Low average. Billy for me is... I think Billy... Again, we're talking mastery here. I think he's very hard to hard. He, like, at least he's, like, low hard, I think. To, like... When you compare, like, a decent Billy to a properly good Billy, the difference is quite substantial. So that's what I'm thinking of. So for me, he's, like... hardest killer to master, in your opinion? Interesting, interesting. Hard. How is Billy hard? Billy's chainsaw is very difficult to use. It is like, it's simple at its base, there's not much to it, but the tricks you have to learn and stuff like that makes him a lot harder, I would say. Also, just learning the maps with him, he has so many, like, awkward collision things and stuff like that. Smash next question. Okay. Hillbilly is the hardest. Okay, multiple people saying Billy is the hardest. I'm getting a lot of clashing thoughts here. Either, oh, he's very easy, or oh, he's very hard. For me, he's very hard. For me, he, like, has to be at least, like, high hard to low very hard, minimum. Curves, low pro flicks, bad maps, and the new overdrive makes him harder to control. I agree with that. Very hard to master. I think we're gonna stick with very hard for now. Nurse up next. Nurse is another kind of interesting one. Because Nurse is like, on one end of the kind of the spectrum, people say, oh, she's so easy, there's nothing to learn, you just blink. But then a lot of people do struggle with Nurse. And I used to struggle with Nurse quite a bit, especially when I was learning her. I found her quite difficult to like blink around with and stuff like that. So I don't know. What do you? Very hard, easier, very hard, hard. Just hard. Nurse is average. I would be more inclined to say hard as well. I would even maybe say high to mid average, potentially. Hello, hello, everyone as well, coming in. Appreciate you all stopping by. Nurse is hard, but not as hard as Billy. I definitely agree with that. Nurse is definitely not harder than Billy. Nurse is hard. Most are saying hard, so we'll stick her in hard for now. And we can always change around her spot. Very hard. She's easy. I do agree. Once you've learnt her, she's easy. But most people that learn her aren't necessarily mastering her either, if that makes sense. Only hard. Yeah, okay. Her skill floor is high, but overall mastery is average. Okay. I think I agree with that too. I agree with that placement, I think. Myers. See, the thing with Myers is he has a lot of stuff in his kit. And he also has a bunch of varied add-ons and stuff like that. That change up your playstyle and switch things around. So if you have like scratched mirror on, it can be a bit more difficult. It's very dependent on things like that, I think. But that also means there's more to learn and definitely does make him harder to master, I would say. But what do you all think? I'm seeing mostly easy so far. Easy, very easy. Myers is the epitome of M1 killer. Yeah, in fairness. I mean, his power is looking at people, which, I mean, there's only so much to learn, I suppose, with that. But you gotta, you know, like, stalk effectively, things like that. Just learn to 99 your tier 3. Yeah, in fairness, that's a valid argument as well. Easy, very easy. Very hard, because of all his different builds and playstyles. Interesting, Ether. Or Aether. He was a bit hard for me. Average. I would be inclined personally to put him low average to high easy. That's where I would place him. I think he's harder than Clown. Like, if Clown's going in easy, I would call him harder than Clown. But he's definitely easier than, like, Trapper, I would say. Easy. Most of his skill ceiling is around time management. That's very true. Otherwise, very simple. Fair enough. In terms of mastery. So we'll stick him in easy. Are we thinking above or below Clown? Personally, I think he's higher, but what are we thinking? Above or below Clown? Is Myers easier than Clown, or is he harder than Clown? Clown is harder to master. Don't forget the hundreds of pages long Clown guide. I'm sure someone could write a guide on Myers that is that long too. It just depends on the person and the dedication and, you know, stuff like that, I suppose. Not to diminish the Clown guide, it is a very detailed guide. I've browsed it myself. Way below Clown. Okay, below Clown. Above Kenneth Chase. I like that, using the name there. Below Clown. How is Clown harder? You just throw a bottle. Yeah, see that's where I'm coming from too, Fish Guy. Personally, I see it that way too. It's like, it's just throwing a bottle, you slow them down. There's really not too much to it, I don't think. Myers has varied playstyles. His yellow bottles do definitely increase difficulty, but I don't think they make him difficult necessarily. Clown is harder. Clown should be slightly harder. You have to learn how to throw bottles properly. You have to learn the arches of the bottles. Okay, well, I think the majority of people are saying Clown is harder than Myers at the moment. That seems to be my overall takeaway. Oh, 1 second. I forgot to loop the music. There we go. Pick it back on. So yeah, I think we're sticking with that. Next up, Hag. Now, Hag, all of these actually have a pretty good conversation to have surrounding them. Hag, I think I'm gonna stick her in hard. That's where I would place her initially. I'm gonna stick her there for now and see what everyone says. Hag is hard or very hard? I agree with that. Hag is very easy. See, this is what I thought would happen with Hag. I had a feeling it would be two extremes of, oh, she's so easy, you just camp, to, oh, she's actually very hard. Hag is extremely hard, very hard, easy. Hey, KMD, welcome in. Hard, Hag is easy, very hard. Hag is easy for me. Hag is definitely hard. Low skill floor, average to high skill ceiling. Hag is hard, easy, average. It's so much to manage and keep track of. Yeah, that's also what I think, Mason. Learning Hag is easy, mastering not. Yeah, I do agree with that. She's a bit like Trapper. I mean, she's another trap character, so it makes sense. Average to hard. Okay, it seems like that one's not being too contested so far. Okay, Doctor. Doctor for me is easy, and I'm only putting him not in very easy, because of the fact that you have to have some decent timing on shocks, otherwise he's essentially just M1. So that's my opinion. What are we thinking about that? About, Doctor? Yeah, I also think Trapper should be higher. Easy hard? Easy average? Doctor is easy defo, easy. Okay, I'm getting mostly agreement, so we'll leave him in there for now. Huntress. This is another one where it's like very easy to learn, but quite hard to master. I would say Huntress mastery is up in hard. What are we thinking about that? Mainly because of all the different shots, knowing how the hitboxes work, knowing how to arch your hatchets properly, knowing how to manage your hatchets, I suppose, too. Hard to master, average, hard, agreed, very hard, hard. It's mostly between hard and very hard, I think, so far. I don't think she's quite very hard. Like, personally, I think Billy is harder to learn than Huntress, and I don't think she quite reaches that upper tier. Huntress has the highest skill ceiling in the game. Interesting. Very hard, very hard. I will be hopefully playing DBD. We'll see how my internet does. But I wanted to do some Survive with Friends, hopefully, after the tier list is done. We're going to do the tier list, take a little break, and then we'll come back and do some Survive with Friends, ideally. Average, middle of hard. Huntress was pretty much an infinite skill ceiling. Mastery might as well be impossible. Interesting. Yeah, okay, well I think mostly people are agreeing with this placement. Bubba. Okay. I'm a Bubba hater, right? I think he's very easy. I don't think Bubba's hard at all. There's like mildly difficult things you can do. Kind of having to weave your chainsaw can be hard. A lot of the time it feels like luck, because sometimes you just collide with stuff that you feel you shouldn't have, and then other times you don't. It's just very varied, I think. But yeah, that's my Bubba hater opinion there. Bubba is very easy, very easy. Very easy, very easy. Hello, place game. Easy. Chase Bubba is average hard. Easy or very easy. Easy. Very, very, very easy. Bubba is easy. Easy because of the collision. Yeah, that's like the only reason I would maybe think to push him up a little bit. And the token usage, that's also true after light. Average, you'll tantrum very often, says Spooky. Okay, maybe... When did you first start hating Bubba? I just don't really like Bubba because I just think he's very boring. I think his power is extremely dull. I find it very uninteresting to interact with on both sides most of the time. I've never really had a fun game against him necessarily. Yeah, let's stick him in easy then. I think most people are kind of fluctuating between those two things, so we'll leave him in easy for now. Okay, Pig. For me, Pig is... I would actually sort of debate Pig is an average, which might be a bit of a hot take, but I think I would maybe stick her in average. Although I think the consensus is going to be hard and very hard. I would personally stick her in average, I think, nowadays. What are we thinking about that? Bit of a hot take, potentially? I don't know. Easy, very easy. Very easy. Oh, I'm actually surprised. I thought the reaction would be completely the opposite. Average. Top tier average. Okay, it actually seems like everyone's agreeing on that. Spirit. Okay. I'm a Spirit hater too. I would put her in easy. I think pretty much the only thing you need to learn is learning how to track with audio. And then that's basically it. Otherwise, I think she's a insanely easy killer to play as and to master. What do we think of that? Spirit is easy, yep. I think so. She's easy. Easy. Very easy. All you need is a good headset. You don't even need a good headset, I would say. You just need to be able to hear the game audio okay, and you can find people very easily. Get headphones. A 50-50. Okay. Is average easy? Yeah, I'd be more inclined to say easy. If you have trouble hearing, then of course she's going to be a lot harder, but that's more of like a... That's more of just like a core issue with the game having accessibility issues still. But I think for the most part she's easy, you know. Average, easy. Okay. Plague is an interesting one. I would stick her in hard. That's my sort of initial placement for her. Mainly because of the juggling of the two different powers. Plague in general has a very different playstyle than a lot of other characters. She's very unique in terms of her overall gameplay. Plague is average. Plague is firmly hard. I agree with that. I think she's quite firmly in hard, mainly just because she's so unique. Low tier hard, average hard. Plague is hard. Okay. Hard, I suppose. Plague is no less than hard, but I'd probably say very hard. I would maybe consider. I think she's kind of like mid hard. Sorry. So I think that's a good spot for her personally. What do you think about the Plague? Well, I would put her in hard, mainly because of how her unique way of play. She's very different. She's a bit like Nurse in that like part of the difficulty just comes in having such a different flow of gameplay. For Ghostface, Ghostface is between easy, very easy for me. I would maybe even put him in very easy. What are we thinking for Ghosty? Huntress but more forgiving. Yeah? Ghosty. Average. Okay, a lot of averages so far. Two very easies. High average. Very easy for sure. Okay, weirdly I'm seeing mostly averages and very easies, which would lead me to place him in easy. Same tier as Myers, maybe higher, says Wither. I think I agree with that. Depends on a map. Well, yeah, with all these situations, in fairness, it does depend on the map for sure. But that's kind of like a general rule for all survivors. Not for all killers, sorry, not survivors. Demogorgon, upon reflection, I would maybe even debate is very easy, potentially. Demo's a bit like Wraith to me, where it's like, it's a real... Oh, not sure if you heard that. Demo's, he's like a bit like Wraith in that, or it's a bit like Wraith in that, it's a great killer to learn the game on. Very simple mechanics, its main ability is just an extended lunge. So I would honestly debate very easy, potentially. I'm doing okay today, Emil. Or Emil. Thanks for asking. Hope you're all doing well too. High, easy, average, easy, easy. Okay. There's a skill to using portals. That's probably where the most skill and kind of technical aspects come in, is with the portals, I would say. Parkour demo very hard. Unfortunately, you can't parkour much with demo anymore because they've put loads of invisible walls everywhere, which is a shame. Average. Okay, I'm seeing mostly average easy. I think I'm seeing more average, so we'll raise it up to average. Yeah, we're talking about mastery. Has the easiest mid-range special attack to use. I would agree with that too, Afterlight. Shred is not too easy. Interesting. Okay, Oni. Oni for me is... I don't know. I tend to think Oni is like average, maybe? Hello, Lee Andree. Welcome in. What do we think about Oni? Very hard. I really don't think Oni's very hard. Or hard, for that matter. I think, like, one of the main difficulties of Oni, honestly, is just getting, like, the first hit. And after that, I honestly think he's not that bad. Pretty much, like, the main thing to, like, learn with him in terms of, like, mastery is, like, doing, like, flicks and stuff. But even that is like, it's not really like necessary. Like there's not much difference, I think, between a decent Oni and one that can do the flicks and stuff. I would say average, personally. I am seeing a lot of hards though. And I found it, I don't play him often, and I found it surprisingly easy to control his dash. Yeah, that's also what I think. I think people sort of overrate him. Play a couple games with him and you'll honestly be okay, I reckon. Knowing when to use your power, yeah, sure. Very hard. Fun racing around the map, it definitely is. I'd say average as well. Hard, low hard tier. I think at the moment there's more votes for low hard, so we'll stick him in low hard. Or more votes for hard in general. Deathslinger. Deathslinger is like a bit like Demogorgon. It's like I would say average. He has like one thing to learn basically. I would say he's definitely easier than Huntress. There are some like thread shots you gotta learn and stuff like that. But for the most part he's not that complicated, I would say. Easy for Deathslinger. Interesting. Very hard. High easy. Average. Average. I think Deathslinger is average. Deathslinger is Huntress light in terms of skill, says Sinner. I agree with that. Average. Mason says Deathslinger equals hard because there's lots of crevices and small openings you need to learn for him. That is very true. There definitely is a lot of stuff like that. Depends if you know FPS games. I do think Deathslinger does have transferable skills from other games for sure, KMD. Average. Average. Okay, I think mostly we're agreeing average here, so we'll leave it with average. Pyramid Head. Okay, this is like another tough one. For me, he's either hard, very hard, off the bat. I would actually even maybe consider placing him very hard, potentially. Mainly because of his M2. Knowing when to use trails, knowing when to use cages, different things like that. He has a lot of stuff that you need to kind of play around with, work out, learn how to use well. Hard, easy, average. Interesting. Hard, 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 or at least very hard, or at least hard. Sorry, says Squibs. Hard, high hard. Every time he says Mason, I get confused because that's my name. We have two Masons, Mason and Spooky Mason. No way is Pyramid Head harder than Nurse or Huntress. Yeah, okay, you know what? You've convinced me with that one. So we'll lower him to hard then. Top of hard. Most people are saying hard as well. Very hard. Pyramid Head is hard. Let's stick with hard. Blight. I think Blight... I don't know. Blight's a tough one. I think for the sheer amount of loops you have to learn, how to traverse around and learning how to perfectly move around them, it makes him very hard. I do think so. But what are we thinking about that? I don't think that's a hot take. I'm pretty sure most people agree, like, to fully master Blight, there's a lot of skills, there's a lot of, like, flicks and stuff, you know? Blight is hardest, right? Maybe, Barry. Hard, hard, very hard, very hard. He takes a lot of practice and quick reactions. Very #1 hardest. Second hardest to master. Very hard. Okay, we'll leave him very hard. I think there's agreement. Twins is going to be a tough one, because a lot of people don't even play Twins. Oh, thank you, Dokui? Would I say that? I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone coming to the stream too. Nice to have you all here. Twins I would say are like maybe a like high average to low hard, I think, personally. I would maybe even consider putting them like here, like high average. I think they get a little bit overrated, I'm gonna be honest, in terms of how difficult they are to master. Hard to master? Buggy mess, yep. Low hard, French tier. Hard because of bugs. Yeah. Average to hard. Agree with twins. I know Pixelbush plays twins. Learning snipes like Lynxy. Yeah, that is true actually. I mean, if you were to learn snipes like, you know, the ones Lynxy does, then that would be mastery. And I suppose in that case it would probably raise them to at least hard, wouldn't it? Charlotte is easy, Victor is hard. That's a very good assessment. Okay, Trickster. Trickster for me is like very easy to easy, especially after his rework. I would maybe even say very easy. Let me just zoom in the tier list a bit. I gotta unlock the thing. Does that work okay? That. Move it over a bit like that so chat doesn't block anything. Hard? Trickster easy, easy, very easy. Easiest killer. I don't know if he's the easiest, but he is. I do think he's quite easy. Very hard, easy, average. His new version now where he's essentially a laser with the speed he can throw at. Trickster does have skill expression. Easy. Only really requires aim. He doesn't even really require much aim anymore because of the fact that they took away his recoil, and now he's also 4.6. So he's fast, he doesn't have recoil, and he gets his main event very frequently. I don't know, I just think he's very easy. I'd maybe knock him up to easy. No worries, have a good sleep. Yep, there's gonna be a video out tomorrow. It's gonna be, actually I won't say what it is, but there's gonna be a video tomorrow, and I think you'll enjoy it. The background song, this is The Emperor's Army by Jeremy Blake. It's from the YouTube audio library. I'll knock him up to easy, because I think there's some contention there. Nemesis. Nemesis is like average, I think. You know what, actually no, I'm thinking about now, I'd maybe knock him down to easy. Purely for the fact that like the main thing is just the tentacle. Zombies are random for the most part. The tentacle isn't too hard either. It's actually a very powerful tool, and it really doesn't take too much to learn now that I'm thinking about it, I think. Easy to average, average. Nemesis is hard. Interesting. Average, low, easy, very easy. Average, you need to learn to drag and click. Average. Average. Dragging in weird hitboxes. Okay, more people are saying average, I think. We'll knock him up to average. Same as Doctor. Adapting to his RNG is part of his mastery. Yeah, that's a good argument to make, I reckon. For the zombies. There is some mastery as well in reading the zombies and like what are those two even doing? Infection management, yeah. His rocket launcher is hard to control. That's very true. When you fire that rocket, especially when you use the guided one, it can be quite hard to control. Ever since they added that rocket launcher buff, he's been a whole lot more powerful. I'm doing well, L3. How are you doing? Cenobite. Cenobite for me right off is in very hard. I think he shoots up right to the top. His chains, the chain hunt, he has a lot of difficult aspects, I would say, personally. What are we thinking for Cenobite? Comparable to Nurse. Clown but more annoying. High tier. Hard. Very hard, very hard. I do think he's very hard. The chain is like, for me at least, it was like one of the tougher things to learn in the game. Learning to predict with it, learning not to like waste your time with it. You gotta learn how to use it properly, when to use it, stuff like that. Yeah. Things like that, basically. Not that hard. Average? Hard to master. Very hard, very hard. I came tier. I came. The box. You opened it. I came. NT can feel so weak sometimes. Very hard chain and RNG. Yeah, I'm going to leave him in very hard. Artist, I would also stick in very hard. I think Artist is a very difficult character, but a very rewarding one when you do learn her well. Just the fact that like you can damage and gain information from pretty much any point on the map makes her definitely a bit of a tough one to play. Very easy, sorry. What? Really? Okay. Fish Guy says, very easy, you can just drop a bird down at loop. That's definitely true in the short area, but if we're talking mastery, I would definitely include like long shots and things like that. Artist is hard to learn. Easy because you can destroy looping. Artist is way easier than those characters up there. Average. Okay. Put Crow... Ray says put Crow, launch Crow, yay. Yeah. That's fair enough. Infinite range gives us so much potential. That's also my thoughts there, Owl, as well. Hard's probably fine. Okay, I'll knock it down to hard. Some people are saying average. I would still lean more into hard, personally. Sadako, she's also just had a rework, so it's a little tough to play some of the rework characters. However, I would be inclined to say, I'm not sure, I think easy probably, actually. Maybe average, but I think I would be more inclined to say easy. Because you mostly just need to teleport around and hit people when you can. Like that's all that you really have to do with her. Very easy, says Fishy. Goose says, as an Onryo main, if you play Condemn style, it's not so hard, but if you try to focus on not Condemn style, then it's hard. Then it's hard to do. I agree with that. It kind of depends on the playstyle. Teleport and hit. In her current state, very, very easy. PTB average. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm landing at easy for, is because of those things too. Easy, condemned style, average, hard, not condemned. I think I'm gonna leave her in easy for now. Dredge. Dredge to me is like slightly more complicated Sadako. So I would put Dredge in average for that. There's a few things to learn for Dredge. Learning its anti-loop honestly can be a bit tough because its anti-loop is like, it's a bit kind of like tricky, I find, with the way it works. Average. Dredge is really hard, for the sole reason being decent or good at 0. Dredge definitely hard. Dredge. Okay. Dredge is super average. Dredge definitely hard. Dredge is a nightmare to go against. Low average. Map dependent. Dredge is very map dependent. I played a game on Shelter Woods. I was about to say recently. It wasn't recently. I haven't played Dredge in a while probably, but it was a couple months ago. And there were just like no lockers in one corner of the map. Like there was just a whole like quarter of the map with just like literally no lockers to go to. So you definitely can run into situations like that. Okay, I think mostly agreement there with Dredge. What are we thinking for Wesker? 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you. Wesker. What do we think about Wesker? Wesker for me, seeing some crazy clips from a lot of people. I don't remember their name, but there was someone I was watching, I think it was on like Shorts, and I found some really crazy Wesker clips. Let me see if I can actually pull one up quickly. I think I somewhat remember the person's name. But they have, yeah, their Wesker clips are very, very impressive. Let me just find one quickly, and I'll report back in a second. Yeah, like this is a good example. 1 second, I'll pull it up in just a second. So this is from Al Rainican, I guess you'd say it. But they do some insanely impressive Wesker clips, so I'd recommend you go check them out. They have a lot of compilations of them just doing like these really impressive like Wesker movements and stuff. I'll play like 1 or 2 here maybe. But they do these like slides like this, like they just go over like that and then smack them. It's like stuff like that. I don't even get how you like begin to do that stuff. For me, that makes him like hard, very hard. We'll watch one more of these. Like these slides, look at that. That shouldn't be allowed. But yeah, go check them out. That's Al Rainican. Yep. So for me, he's like hard, very hard. I'd even debate hard, very hard because of that. This guy does crazy stuff with Wesker. Yeah, I watched like a bunch of shorts and like compilations they did. They were all very impressive. Very hard only because hug techs. Easy to master. Hard. I think he's like minimum hard. I don't want to go below hard personally. Oh, hello Alvaro. Welcome in. For me is hard. He's hard. Okay, I think most people are saying hard, so I'll knock him down to hard instead of very hard. Same idea as Huntress, and both are very hard to master. Okay. Okay, we'll leave him in hard for now then. Knight. Knight, by the way, we did a stream last week, and I was saying how I forgot he even got kill switched. I'm still in that position. I keep forgetting he's still kill switched. But yeah, he's still kill switched. No sign of him coming back either. I'm not sure if he's coming back in the the mid-chapter Alan Wake patch, but it doesn't seem like it so far. Very easy. Hard. Chromes is a phenomenal Wesker. I think I've heard of them too. I think I've also seen some clips from them. Yeah. Knight, I honestly think easy. He's surprisingly hard to play thanks to all the bugs. Knight and Skull Merchant easy, very easy. To be honest, I don't know how to rank Knight properly. I don't play Survivor that much, let alone against a Knight, says user. Knight is obviously very easy. Mid-average, power average, easy. Most people are saying easy, I think. I think you do need some prediction skills, but for the most part it's just like stick a guard down and do your best to have efficient chases. There's times when you can get like certain pincer maneuvers and things like that. For the most part though, it's just like stick a guard down, isn't it, really? Easy to play but hard to master, says Joseph. Completely RNG while playing, only masters keep track of their buddies. You gotta keep track of the boys. L3 says you have to know how each of his buddies work. Some games with Knight go well, others don't. Yeah, that's true. The rotation of guards is definitely a skill to learn. Easy but not very easy. Okay. He's broken. High easy. Okay, we'll leave him in easy then. Skull Merchant. Now, when discussing Skull Merchant, I want everyone to put aside what seems to be just like everyone's hatred for her, and try and rank her fairly, okay? We're talking about the current version of Merchant, not her old 3-gen chess merchant style, as everyone liked to say, but we're talking about current Merchant, okay? So we gotta be reasonable here, alright? Personally, I think she's like maybe average. That's where I would stick her, personally. She definitely has more skillful play now than she used to, but she's still not like hard or very hard, I would say. Definitely not. She's like low average, mid average, something like that. High average, very easy, very hard. Very, very hard, very easy. Easy. Interesting. we're kind of getting two ends of the spectrum here at the moment. Literally the easiest killer in the game, bro. Really? Are we playing the same Merchant? I find her kind of tough. Her new version has a harder skill ceiling. So average. Yeah, I agree with that too, Cinnamon. I've heard you can get an instant scan with proper aim as you place the drone. Pushes her from very easy to easy. Interesting. She is easy to play. She puts her drones down on loops and that's it. This tier list is looking interesting. Welcome in, Luna. Average, average. Merchant is still just place drone and... Yeah, but you can play her in a way where you set up an area and you try and run people through the area. There is definitely more to her now than there used to be. I think people should give her a chance. I don't think she's like perfect or anything like that. She's still on the lower end of being kind of quite boring and stuff like that, but she's not as mindless as she used to be, I would say. I think 3-gen Skull Merchant required more skill. Interesting fish. There is no mechanical depth or macro in the Skull Merchant power ammo, says Slavic Rat. Interesting. Okay, well I think the general consensus is to bump her down to easy currently, so we'll put her down in easy for now. I do think she's average, personally. I do think it's a low average, or a low to mid average. Putting Skull Merchant harder than Knight should be illegal. These aren't the characters in the tiers currently. They're not in order. We'll do the orders once we're done placing. Okay, Singularity. Singularity for me right off is very hard. Singularity is a tough boy to learn. The placement of your biopods, the just how punishing the EMPs are too. Singularity is one of like the most like intensive characters to play, I would say. Like when you're playing as him, you have to like really be in the zone and concentrating. Kind of the same I have with like Hag. I feel the same way with Hag. But Singularity, I would debate, is maybe the hardest to master in the game. He's hard to learn, and I think he's hard to master. I think he's a double whammy. He's a bit like Pinhead in that way. Hard to learn, hard to master. KMD says second most difficult killer in the game. Very hard. Huck's mind games alone puts him in very hard. Okay. Soma family photo, I agree. Very hard to master, harder than Billy. Very hard. Not Billy level, but very hard. Okay. Okay, so everyone's agreeing, I think, very hard. Xenomorph. Xenomorph, I'm flying between like average to easy. I don't think Xeno's that hard. It's mainly the tail, and the tail isn't particularly difficult. It's more like inconsistent, I would say, which is what makes it difficult. But I don't think it's particularly hard, personally. I'll just try and move this down again. 1 second. Hopefully we can just extend it out a little bit. Bit more zoomed in. There we go. Easy, average, average, maybe average. Easier than Nemesis. Using the tunnels correctly definitely does. That's probably the hardest aspect of Xeno is the tunnels. They can be a little bit confusing sometimes. It does have that nice mechanic where you can highlight a tunnel and you can kind of aim where you want to go. That definitely does help a lot. Average, I think mostly agreeing with average, which is what I would say too. Let me just move the chat a little bit. Oh, not what I want to move. Chat box, where should I put it actually? Maybe we put it here for now. It can kind of go down the list. It's kind of crossing over with the sidebar at the moment. Chucky, finally. Chucky. I would put Chucky in... I would honestly maybe put... I would say easy, average. We got a lot in easy, I'm noticing. I would maybe say easy though, potentially. Average, high? Hard, easy, easy, easy. Okay. Interesting. Thank you for the donation, G-Master, that's very kind. Please continue doing these streams, they're great. I definitely will. I really enjoy doing them. I'm not sure why the donation alert didn't work there. Maybe it appears in a bit, I'm not too sure. It should have popped up though. It's meant to do this when someone donates. I'm not sure why it didn't work. But thank you regardless. That's very kind of you. Chucky is hard, slice and dice, average. Okay, most people are disagreeing with my easy placement. We'll knock him up to average. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the tiers and we're gonna order them within the tiers. Bro donated to himself. Yeah. Okay, so let's start off with the very hard tier. We're gonna start off with the hardest first, I think. In this tier we have... Oh, what was that? Oh, look, it came through. There we go. It just took a while for whatever reason to appear on screen. Thank you again, G-Master, for the donation. That's very kind. That took so long to come through. I'm not sure why it took so long. I'm sorry about that. Let me get a poll up, actually. I'm gonna have to just switch. I'll put this screen up quickly just while I do that. Okay. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Let me just... I'll start a poll and we can all vote together on this. Give me just 1 second. Start a poll. Okay. Who is hardest to master? And we're gonna have Billy. We're gonna have Blight. We're gonna have Pinhead. And finally we're gonna have Singularity. What are we thinking for that grouping, that top grouping? What are we thinking? It's quite clear in my mind personally who I would place as the hardest. For me at least, I think I would say Singularity. It's either... Actually no, maybe Blight. I don't know, it's tough. I'll let you guys vote first. I'll try not to sway any votes. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Make your own mind up. Are your messages not straight? I can see your messages after late. They should be appearing. I can definitely see them though, so no worries. There seems to be maybe a few issues with the overlays. It's the first time I've used them. So it could just be an issue on my end. But I can see them, so don't worry about that. I'm also just gonna move this a little bit up. I notice it's a little bit... There you go. Looks a little bit better there. Okay, how are we looking on the voting side of things? Oh wow, I didn't expect this. It looks like Billy's winning at the moment. That's actually quite surprising to me. I thought for sure it would either be Blight or Singularity. I'll leave it for a few more minutes in case anyone else wants to vote. Hope everyone's enjoying the stream so far. I find it, it's nice to do this, you know? Nice to directly talk to people, you know, get opinions on stuff like this, because it's usually me just kind of thinking about them myself, so it's nice to actually interact and sort of do this stuff live. And it definitely does change my thoughts on quite a few things when I get to discuss them. Okay, we'll end the poll. So it went Billy, Singularity, Blight, Pinhead. So, Billy, Singularity, Blight, Pinhead. That's the order. Billy and Blight on mobile. What are they like on mobile? I've always imagined characters like that. Even on controller, I imagine it'd be hard, but mobile must be very hard to learn them on. Billy is far easier than Singularity. My opinion, if I was to order these, I would probably say Blight, Singularity, Billy, Pinhead. But I think that order's okay too. I'm not bashing you guys. Okay, next up in the hard tier. Out of this tier, who do we think deserves to be at the top end of hard. Singularity's hell on controller. I can imagine. Singularity must be really tough, honestly. Hardest killer pig, says Wither. For me, the top of hard would maybe be Wesker, Artist, Hag, Huntress, Plague. Like, I would say those are the top 5. What does everyone else think? Skull Merchant has joined mobile. Yeah, I saw that. They're adding Skull Merchant to mobile. It seems like mobile's like about a year behind what the main platforms are on. Huntress and Wesker are way harder than Nurse. Top, Nurse, Wesker. I think a Nurse is like low end of hard personally. Hello, the bomb kid. Welcome in. Nurse hardest? I don't know. Maybe that's a bit of a hot take, but I think Nurse is low end of hard. I kind of agree. I think she's debatably even average. Close to the top of hard. Okay. Huntress and Pyramid Head. Nemesis. My aim on Huntress is trash. Mine too. I'm not good at aiming with Huntress, I'll be honest. Can't play Blight, can't get his rushes down. Okay, so if we vote 4 at a time, top 4 characters in this tier, who do we think? Wesker, I think, definitely deserves to be there. Huntress, I think, does as well. Plague, I would also debate, and Artist. They would probably be my top 4 if I had to pick. Huntress, Wesker, Twins, only Pyramid Head. Okay. Do we get a poll? I'll do a poll in the second. I'm just trying to work out, like, who I should poll first. Wesker, Huntress, Pyramid Head, Hag. Pyramid Head. Okay, so we'll do Wesker, Huntress, Pyramid Head, Oni. Okay, that seems to be the main thing, so we'll do that first. We'll do Wesker, Huntress, Pyramid Head, Oni. Okay? Does that make sense? One second. Wesker, Huntress, Pyramid Head, Oni. Let's see. Where is Hag? Hag is here on the list at the moment, in the hard tier. Teleporting and hitting with Nurse is satisfying. It really is. What do we all think is the most satisfying thing in the game? Because landing a good blink is very satisfying. I have to agree with that. I think my favorite thing is landing a really good slinger shot. I think that's probably what is the most satisfying for me in the game. A good flashlight save, a flashbang or a firecracker save. Those two are also up there, I would say, for enjoyment, satisfaction. Dun, dun, dun. We'll end the poll in a little bit. Wesker and Huntress. Love you, Azzy. Thank you, Jordan. Very kind. Learning all of Wesker's text can be difficult, definitely. Orbitals for Huntress. Trapper stepping into his own trap. That, I agree, that can be very satisfying. Pyramid Head triple hit. Is it possible to get a quad hit with Pyramid Head? I guess it is, right? Or is the thing not long enough? I'm not too sure. A triple back Moonrush and Blight is insanely satisfying. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Hatchet hit sounds from far away. Condemned kills or reverse bear trap. Reverse bear trap kills are very satisfying for sure, for sure. Hitting multiple people at once as artist. A long range shot as artist, especially when you down them. Oh, that feels so good. The sound of Nemesis's tail whip. Yeah, that's another good one. That's a very satisfying sound. Nurse blinks and slinger shots. Yep, 100%. Alright, I'll end the poll. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay, it looks like Wesker one? Wesker, Pyramid Head, Huntress, Oni. Okay. Pyramid Head, Huntress, Oni. Now the next grouping, we awkwardly have 5 characters to rank, which is a bit annoying because we can only put 4 in the poll. I'm not sure why it's like that, but it is. That was a very close poll, definitely. The Trapper's Trap sound. Slamming a survivor into another one with Wesker. That is very satisfying, for sure. Maybe I could do a video on most satisfying things. This sounds like a good video idea now. We will just say like, oh, I love when this happens. 4K Blood Wardens, yeah. Okay, out of these remaining 5, which characters deserve to be in this 5th position here? So these 4 are locked in. What do we think of Plague 2 Twins now, in terms of their order? Who deserves to be in this 5th spot here? Plague should be last this tier. Interesting. I think Plague is a little bit higher, but I know Plague's been a hotly debated one too. Nurse should be an average. See, I would also be okay with putting Nurse an average, and that would also make the poll easier. You should rank the lore. I did want to do that. The plan is, I was going to maybe do 2 streams next week, because I wanted to do a live version of the 1v1 series. I was going to bring that back. And I thought I could maybe do that across 2 streams, because it's probably going to take more than one. Because there's like 30 something characters now, 34 killers. We can maybe even include the cosmetic characters this time too, potentially. And I wanted to get some nice visuals and stuff like that for that. So yeah, and we can like give them scores live. I don't know, I thought that could be fun. So I thought I'd maybe do a Tuesday stream and then also a Friday stream. Then potentially the week after we could rank lore. Or we could even maybe do that today, depending on how it goes. Because so far we're actually being a little bit quicker with this list. Artist and average are easy, really? I just think like mastery wise, she's gotta be higher. That's the only reason I think she's in hard. I would be fine with dropping down Nurse personally. How do we feel about dropping Nurse down to average? Because I really want to drop her as well. AZHYMOVS A tier, capable of 4King boredom. Thank you. Looking forward for the 1v1. Harder than Nurse. Drop Artist. Okay, we're gonna drop Artist or Nurse. All right. I'll do a poll for this as well. Who goes down a tier? Artist or nurse? Who are we dropping? Where are we dropping, boys? Tilted Towers? AZHYMOVS is obviously S tier. Thank you, Samos. Drop artist. I know who I would drop, but I do agree, actually. I think artist or nurse is fair enough. Maybe even twins. I would debate twins could probably drop. Why is Ghostface so low? Personally, I just think Ghostface doesn't, I don't think there's much to him. His stalking can be a little tough, but it's not too much to learn, I don't think. Greasy Grove. Okay, Nurse is getting dropped. Sorry. Nurse voters, but artist voters, sorry, but Nurse is getting dropped. Okay, so now we're left with a nice number 4 of who's the hardest to master. 1 second. So we have Plague, we have Artist, we have Hag, and we have Twins. What are we thinking now? Bum bum bum. Out of curiosity, what happened that made you decide to play more as Adam comparing to your main Jill? Well, I hit Prestige 100 on Jill, so there wasn't much more reason to play as her. That's basically my reason. I wanted to start playing a different character. And I thought Adam. You know, Adam doesn't get played much. Adam's my name, makes it easy, you know? And yeah, I like Adam. I like his lore. I think he's cool. He has the best perk in the game, Autodidact. Yeah, that's basically it. But it's mainly because I Prestige 100 Jill, so there's not much more reason to play her, aside like if I need blood points, but generally I'm okay on that side of things. This is about mastery, yep. This isn't about how hard they are to learn, it's how hard they are to master. Just keep that in mind. Because some of the people on here, like for example, like Billy is a great example, like learning him, just like the initials, is quite easy, but the skill ceiling he has is pretty hard. Nice poll, but there are only 5 total Hag players. Very true. They still have 4 more than the twins though. You like Adam too? Hey, well, I also like chicken. That's a good job on getting Jill Prestige 100, thank you. It took me quite a while. It took me. I mainly got it because of the anniversary event. Autodidact love, yes. When are they buffing Autodidact? When's it happening, behavior? They kind of did with the new perk, but not enough. Not a direct buff. I want a direct buff to Autodidact. Tier list is getting worse by the minute. For me, there's nothing more satisfying than playing with Franklins on Freddy, because you're putting survivors into the dream world and dropping their item. Oh, that's a interesting combo there. Okay, so artist top, followed by twins, followed by Hag, followed by Plague. So that's our hard tier. There we go, locked in, done. Hi Azzy, it's my first time catching you on stream. I've been watching you since Sadako Dredge release. Oh, that's very cool. Welcome in, Sonic. Adam is a cool guy. He is indeed. First time you heal someone with Autodidact, you should instantly get a skill check. I agree. It should be something at least like that. in general, we just need more chances to actually get skill checks. Sometimes you heal someone fully and you get nothing. It should be like minimum 1 per health state. At least I think. Okay, let's jump down to the very easy tier, just because it's... Actually, first of all, do you think there's anyone in the easy tier currently that deserves to drop down to very easy? Anyone in this easy tier that you think should be lower? Any of these easy characters? And then we'll do the very easy tier. Drop Skull Merchant? Spirit? Okay. Skull Merchant, Trickster, Sadako. Maya's maybe? Spirit and Trickster. Michael or Trickster? I think mostly Trickster so far. Spirit should be higher. Trickster should be very easy. Okay, we'll drop Trickster. Most votes are going for Trickster. Okay, so for this very easy tier, who do we think is the easiest to master out of these 4? Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. Another little poll. Who's the hardest to master? Out of these 4, who's the hardest to master? We have Wraith, we have Freddy, we have Legion, and we have Trickster. What does everyone think for those 4? For me, I would be inclined to say Wraith or Trickster personally. Legion by far, interesting. Trickster and Spirit, I'm surprised they're in easy. Wraith is easiest. I tend to agree on that too. Wraith. Okay. I think mostly votes for Wraith being the easiest. But then the poll is mostly saying Trickster so far. Okay, so we'll go with... Okay, so Trickster, Wraith, Freddy, and Legion lowest. Okay, well that's what we got. That's not... I think that's pretty fair, I think. That's not too bad. Easy tier. Let's do the easy tier now. I'm gonna order the characters in the easy tier on what I think, and then we can discuss after if you think there should be any changes, okay? So, easy. I think this Merchant should go up, Doctor should be a little higher, Bubba should be lower, Sadako should be a bit higher, maybe there. Maya should be here, Spirit should be maybe there? I would do something like that. What do we think about this order for the easy tier? You can smell the democracy in the air. Yes, we're trying to make this a list we're all agreeing on live on stream, you know? I want to try and make it like, you know, a fair list. I'm trying to take away my opinions for the most part. But the way I've ordered them there, what do we think about that in the easy tier? Nobody plays Deathslinger and nobody knows how hard he is. Fine. Mastering Condemned or no Condemned. I'm kind of doing it like in between because we're quite literally in between the two changes at the moment. Maya should be lowest, Spirit on the lowest. I think Myers and Clown should swap places. Okay, I wouldn't be against that. We can do that. Doctor should be highest in easy tier. Knight easier than Bubba. Okay, he is easier than Bubba at the moment. This is like, this end is easy, remember? This is like low easy, this end is high easy, okay? Knight is easily the lowest. Switch out Knight with Deathslinger. Knight at the end. Clown should be higher. Clown's moving up a little bit. So Knight lowest? I think most people are saying Knight lowest. Knight takes a macro skill. He should be where Doctor is at roughly. Okay. Sadako should be higher. Lots of mechanics to keep track of. Yeah. I do think Sadako is pretty tough. Or at least she has like tough moments for sure. Nurse is very hard. The gap between Knight's skill floor and skill ceiling is small. I would swap Bubba and Knight. So should Bubba be the lowest? Okay, I think this is mostly okay, this order. I think this order is mostly okay for that tier. Myers higher. I would be okay with putting Myers higher than Bubba, at least. I would also be okay with putting him higher than Clown, if I'm honest. For me, it's Clown, Bubba, Ghosty, Knight, Onryo, Doctor, Skull Merchant, Michael, Spirit, says KMD. Knight should be higher. Bubba takes skill. Yeah, I don't think he does. The thing is with Clown, if you include yellow bottles, there are a high skill ceiling loop. Yeah, the yellow bottles do definitely raise it. I still don't think it's that hard, personally. Bubba should be low to mid hard. Clown should be higher. Okay. We'll raise Clown above the stealth killers. Is he fine being in the middle? Yeah, the stalkers. Myers and Ghosty are together now, which is what's important, really. Where is Freddy Fazbear placed on the tier list? Well... Okay, well, Freddy's a tough one to rank. Because his power's quite complex. Freddy, for me, would be somewhere between hard to average, I would say. Obviously, he's a fairly recent addition, though, so a little bit tough to rank Freddy for now. That works. Thank you, Plays Game, for the donation. How are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing? Very kind donation, though. Thank you. Hopefully, it will appear on the screen. At some point. It seems very delayed appearing on the screen, but it should appear on the screen a bit later on. Stalky boys together, yeah, that's what's important, right? Where is Jason Voorhees placed on the list? Jason, oh, Jason's a tough one to place. I would probably put him in the easy area. To me, Jason is like... well, his power is very similar to Trapper's, but it's definitely easier. Like, there's not as much to Jason's power. Again, another fairly recent addition, so it's kind of hard to rank Jason. Clown is hard because he needs to do a Google Doc guide. Yeah. Okay, we'll stick with easy. Okay, we'll go up to the average tier now. I'll order the average tier, okay? And then we can discuss it. We'll do the same thing, alright? So, for me at least, Chucky goes up in average, I would say. Nurse is probably highest average. Pig. Trapper, I would say there. Deathslinger higher than Demo. I pretty put Deathslinger above, actually. Dredge is low. Nemi's low. Something like that looks good to me. What do we think about that for the average tier with that order? What are we thinking there? Jason is very hard because no one plays him. I know everyone, as he just set up my OK Google. There's the donation. It comes in a lot later, but there it is. Thank you again for the donation. I set up your OK Google. So if I say OK Google, does it set it off? I'm sorry if I set anyone's Google things off there. Yeah. Pig lower maybe? Deathslinger is hard. Trapper is higher than Pig for me. Okay, people are saying lower Pig. So to like there, is that good then? Or is that too high? Too much of a change there. Deathslinger is hard. Dredge behind Chucky. Dredge behind Chucky, really? I think Dredge is actually quite a simple character. It has a lot to its kit, and there's definitely some tricky things to master, but for the most part, I think it's actually a pretty simple character. I would replace Hag with Nurse. Hag has little to no mechanical skill. Bubba should easily mid to hard tier. Deathslinger. Dredge above Nurse. I'm really surprised everyone's saying Dredge so high. So we're saying Dredge, like, I think people are saying there or there. Like Dredge there? I think Dredge is like really low. Dredge takes more skill than Pig. Really? I think Pig is definitely higher than Dredge. Nurse at the bottom. Do we agree with that? Nurse going to the bottom? Pyramid Head above Pinhead. Deathslinger is hard tier for sure. Should we raise Deathslinger up? I'm happy to do that. We can raise Deathslinger up a tier. There's been a few votes there for raising Slinger up. You got a P100 Nancy. Nice, nice. Very, very cool. Out of interest, if anyone watching now has P100 a character, which character did you get to P100? For me, it's just Jill. I've only gotten Jill to Prestige 100. My next closest one is like 15. I'm nowhere near a second character. I haven't really tried to go for one properly since I got Jill in around June, I think. Azzy, the in-review portal made an article about your Battle Royale video. What? What even is that? KMD. I've not heard of that. In-review portal? What is that? I have Yui and Huntress P100, Ghostface is 32. Nurse can be mastered in 3 games with bots, my guy. I do somewhat agree with that. Got Serena to 69. Nice. Nurse P100. Some game-related news portal can send a link. If you could send it on Discord, that'd be good. I think if you send it in the chat here, it's gonna block the message because it's got a link. Xeno should be high average above demo. Your Yui getting close to P100. Hopefully soon. Wesker should be lower. Okay, so the top of average. Let's rank the top of average first. do we agree that Chucky, Dredge, Trapper, and Pig are in the top of the average tier? Are we fine with that? Is that okay? And then we can poll those together and see who comes out on top. Da, da, da. I can respect the demand for Xeno being higher. His tail attack is unavoidable when you master it. Yeah, there is the whole thing where you have to like kind of like raise it up then down. I've never really understood how to do that. For the most part, I've never needed to do it though either. I found that I can mostly just jab and it's fine. I don't see Dredge above Xeno. Dredge much lower personally. See, I'm in agreement there, Mac. I would also put Dredge like probably on one of the bottom spots in the average tier, but most people have been saying Dredge nearer the top. Trapper, Nemesis, Pig, and Dredge. Not Chucky? Okay. Trapper, Nemesis, Pig, Dredge. How do we feel about that being the top 4? Let's tier list the tier list. Which channel do I send the link to? You can just send it in general chat. A well-placed remnant is a 110% for the Dredge. It's impossible to play against an RPD. Chucky looks super easy. Chucky... I do think Chucky's easy to learn. I think his mastery, though, there's definitely more to it. Like, there's some curves, the way you kind of... you use the dash attack. There's also more crazy Chucky clips I've seen. Let me try and find some of those, like with the Wesker. It might be from the same person. It was like Chucky curves, or something like that. Oh, that was from Chrome's. I think that was from Chrome's. Let me just find the point and I'll show it to you in a second. I just don't want to use like too much of their video, you know. I want to make sure I'm just using a little bit just to show what it is. If you want to watch their full video, then you can go check it out for yourselves and do all that stuff. So this is from Chrome's, and this is the oh, it says outdated. Okay, well still, it's something like this, where they flick around like that. There's like different tricks you can do like that. There's ones where you can like rebound off of when after you vault a pallet or a window, you can kind of do like this flick I've seen people do. It's really impressive. Anyway, that was Chrome's, so go check them out. They also do Wesker stuff, I believe. Okay, so we'll rank. I'll put up the poll for those top 4. All right, we'll go with those. So we have Trapper, Nemesis, Dredge, and Pig. Okay, what are we thinking there? What are we thinking for that grouping? I've sent the article in general, thank you. I will go check it out. Which killer would win in an all-out battle royale in Dead by Daylight? A short while ago, the YouTuber AZHYMOVS released a video where he speculated how things would go down if every killer from the Dead by Daylight video game was dropped onto a battlefield. That's so weird that there's been like articles written about that. That's so bizarre. Let me click through And maybe we can read it together. I never knew this existed. Can you guys see that okay? This is from In Review. Oh wait, In Review, this site. Which killer would win in an all-out battle royale in Dead by Daylight? A short while ago, the YouTuber AZHYMOVS released a video where he speculated how things would go down if every killer from the Dead by Daylight video game was dropped onto a battlefield and told to fight until there was only one standing. I did something similar with Smash Ultimate. Today I want to do something similar to AZHYMOVS, but with one change. This piece was... Okay, so they took on a different approach. That's cool. Let me see. AZHYMOVS makes a funny joke about Philippa Joma or the Wraith cloaking turning invisible. This is so weird, like reading an article about a video I've made. Anyway, you can go read the article. That's on In Review, which killer would win in all-out battle royale. It looks like they took on a bit of a different approach from the video, so that's cool. Yeah, you can go check that out. That's really interesting though, that someone wrote an article about my video. Okay, we'll end the poll now as well. I'm sorry I left that running a little bit long. 1 second. Okay, so poll, we have Dredge, Trapper, Nemesis, Pig. Okay, so Dredge actually won out that tier. Trapper, Nemesis, Pig. Okay, now the next four we have are Chucky, Demo, Xeno, and Nurse. So let's see what we think of those. That grouping. Who's the hardest to master? And we have Chucky, Demo, Xeno, and Nurse. What are we thinking for that grouping? Man leeching off your... I wouldn't call it leeching. I mean, it looks like they took a different approach. They clearly put a lot of work into the article too. Yeah. No, I don't mind stuff like that. As long as they like do something different, you know, they're actually like responding to it and kind of things like that, I don't mind. If it was just like, like they just repeated what I said in the video or the script, then, you know, it'd bother me, but that they've clearly done something different there. They've done it as an article too, you know. Thank you, Dredge Nation. We're sticking around for some Survive with Friends later on. We will hopefully be doing some Survive with Friends very shortly, actually. We're about to finish the tier list. We'll see how my internet does. It should be fine. But we'll see. And we'll try and get some of you to come join the game, hopefully. Depending on how many people want to play or are available to play and stuff like that. But we'll try and get some people in to play. I think that'd be fun. We'll end the poll in a second here. And yeah. Okay, so ending off the poll. We have Nurse at the top, followed by Demo, then Xeno, then Chucky. Okay. And that, I think that's our completed tier list, I believe. That's the easiest to hardest to master tier list that we've just completed. Out of this tier list, is there anyone that you think needs changing in position? This is going to be the final call, okay? For who we should change. Anyone out of any tier now, do you think could change? What are we thinking? Bubba should be way higher. Have you seen what Bubba players do with chili? Have you seen what's inside the chili? It's just chili, right? Right? Pig goes down. Nurse is not average. Dredge lower maybe? Nurse needs to be middle of hard. Nurse is easy Lamau. See, this is the tough thing. One comment, Nurse needs to be middle of hard. The exact next comment, Nurse is easy Lamau. It's like a direct contrast. Obviously, with lists like this, no one's ever going to agree. So I'm not like, I'm not saying either of you are right there. I'm just saying it kind of displays how different opinions can get with these things. So Trapper should be in low average. Skill ceiling for Bubba is pretty high. Is it though? Skull Merchant is cool. Interesting take, a unique one. Most of the community don't agree, it seems. In my opinion, Chucky should be next to Demo. It's an awful thing called opinion. Yep, it is. Bubba has some tricks and the movement speed curve. Pyramid Head Wesker. I like your voice. Thank you, Place Game. Why is Singularity so high? I think he's fully deserving to be that high, to be quite honest. Mastering Bubba's sound is quite difficult, don't forget. His sound? You mean like the sounds he makes in game? Like he does those sounds when he's like swinging the chainsaw. Swap Huntress and Pyramid Head. What do we think about that? Swapping Huntress and Pyramid Head? Yes or no? Let's get a yes or no for swapping Huntress and Pyramid Head. Nemesis got 14, Mob Pig got 16. Why is he above her? Oh, did he? Nemesis got 14, Mob Pig got 16. Oh no, it's for hardest... Oh no, true. Okay, my bad. No, yes, no, not really. Swap them. Yes, no. No, yes, no, no. Yes, yes, no. It seems like, again, like kind of a 50-50 split. I think there's a bit more no, so we're gonna leave them as is. Pyramid Head can hit through walls, Huntress cannot. That doesn't necessarily mean he's harder though. AZHYMOVS hardest killer to master. If I was a killer, what would my power be? I don't know, not sure. Freddy should be at the very bottom. I kind of agree. Okay, what do we think about that? Should we switch Freddy and Legion? What do we think about that? I do agree. I think Freddy should be the lowest, potentially. So yes or no, should we switch Freddy and Legion? I'm doing okay, Sonic. You're 22 this year. This year 23, sorry. I'm guessing you're 24. I'm 24 this year, yeah. I'm 24 in March. I'm 23 currently. Making fire videos, that's your power. Thank you, Bacon Master. No, yes, yes. Hi, bruh. Welcome in. Yes, yes, yes. Mostly yeses so far for switching Freddy and Legion. Your power would be seducing survivors with your tier list. Interesting. A 50-question quiz, and if the survivors fail, they die immediately. I like the answer, Samos. How are you? I'm doing well, bro. Thank you. How are you doing? Thank you for the donation, Cat Piss Everdeen. Interesting name. And they just said Nemesis. Nemesis as in we should switch the spot, or just a general proclaiming of Nemesis? Okay, I think we've agreed switching Freddy, so Freddy's dropping. Stars. Hag should be in very easy. I don't think she should be. She should be like minimum hard, I think. Meg is the hardest killer to master. Are we talking about the Meg, as in the shark? I'm really surprised they added a shark to the game. That came out of nowhere, didn't it? When they added the Meg from the hit film The Meg. Switch Deathslinger with Hag. What are we thinking about that? Deathslinger and Hag. Should they switch? Yes or no? Ghostface higher than Sadako. Azzy's videos are so fire, survivors stop to watch, giving Azzy time to hook them. Thank you, L3. Hello, Reese. Welcome in. Oh, the donation finally came through on the screen. Thank you again for the donation. Very kind. I'm still not too sure why it's like so delayed, but at least they're coming through. That's the important thing. No, no, yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Sure, why not? Sure, swap them. From an actual Slinger main, leave Hag there. It's pretty 50-50 so far, so I think we'll leave it as is. Okay, anyone else we want to switch? It can be from anywhere on the list too. Anywhere on the list. Potato Legion said he wanted Jaws in DBD. Honestly, if they could maybe implement it as like a limited time event potentially. I'm not sure how it would work, but it would be cool to have some kind of collaboration with Jaws. That'd be very interesting. Billy deserves his own tier. I don't think he's that hard. Xeno with Nemi. Okay, Xeno and Nemi. Spirit up. Sling It is very bad. He gets bottlenecked. Trickster to the bottom, Spirit to the bottom of easy. Okay, what do we think about Spirit's placement in easy? Let's discuss that. What are we thinking? So either top, mid, or bottom. Where should Spirit go in easy? Top, mid, bottom. I'm a jack of all killers, but Artist was the hardest for me to master. She's like Huntress, she'll give you back as much time and effort as you are willing to put into her. I do tend to agree with that. I think she's on the tougher end too, but most people were voting for her to be a bit further down. I would put her in very hard maybe. Spirit is not that hard. Spirit is not easy. Bottom, bottom, top, mid, top. I'm mostly seeing bottom or top, which makes me think I should put it in the middle, really. Change Bubba to hard tier? Really? I think Bubba's like, in my opinion, he should be very easy. But I'm taking my hands away from that one, allowing him to be an easy in this case. Spirit below Doctor. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let's drop her down there. Mid at lowest. Okay, I think she's fine there. Okay, any other characters we want to move? What are we thinking? Xeno is quite difficult. Spirit depends on how good the player is, as she requires sound. That we did talk about that a bit earlier, that spirit in herself is sort of like an accessibility issue. But assuming the player can hear sound okay and everything like that, then I think she's still easy. If they can't, then obviously that's an issue, but that's more down to her power just inherently being an accessibility issue. Pyramid Head, very hard. Pyramid Head average. Oh, no worries, Reese. I was just recapping. Clown is hard. Sadako should probably go down to very easy. Plague really hard though. I despise her as I'm slightly deaf. Yeah, honestly it's a real shame they haven't sort of implemented anything to actually allow people who are hard of hearing or can't hear at all to actually, you know, play Spirit, because I imagine it's very tough to play her because she's almost entirely reliant on audio. So hopefully they continue to add accessibility features like like they did with the visual heartbeat. Ghostface has to deal with garbage reveal mechanics. His mechanics did get slightly more refined in his last rework. They're still not great though, I do agree. Face cam when? Probably never, to be honest. Maybe someday, who knows. Knight has an AI play the game for him though. But you still choose where the AI goes to begin with, you know? As a Xeno main, I would say that Xenomorph is way harder, because the counterplay from Good Survivors is really good and the hitbox is strange. Ghostface being bad doesn't mean he's mechanically harder. I mean, it does mean he's tougher to, like, manage though, right? I love how Nurse went from high hard tier to low average tier. I think she's in about the right spot though. She has dropped a lot. I think we've made some good compromises together, so, you know, good work everyone. We're doing well. Are we happy with this overall? If so, we can stop there and then we can try and do some Survive with Friends now. We can move a few around though, if you really feel like they should be changing. I'm pretty happy with this list. I think this is a good list now. Happy to move on? I'm definitely happy to move on. Survive with Friends time? Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take a very short break. I'm gonna go to the toilet, get some water and stuff like that, and then we're gonna move over to DBD and we're gonna do some Survive with Friends, hopefully. I can invite some people in and stuff like that. And yeah, that should be good. I'll stick a video on while I'm gone. Let me just find something. 1 second. I'll put on the be right back screen. I am still here. Just give me a second. I'll pull up a video. What should I do? I guess I can do the most recent video. Okay. This video is from that guy AZHYMOVS. Don't particularly like his stuff. Okay, so there we go. This is from AZHYMOVS. Again, don't really like the guy. But yeah, there we go. I'll play this while I'm gone, and I'll be right back. Then we'll do some Survivor Friends. Alright? Sound good? An odd effect and pretty bad, although somewhat fun one. On a sad day at the start of 2020 though, it got removed. Decommissioned in favour of introducing iridescent add-ons to Doctor. In fairness, actually a very good change at the time. However, this didn't last long. Just a patch later in 3.6.0, Obedience Class 3 was decommissioned after the glorious return of the Scrap Tape add-on, which was removed in the prior patch. The Obedience add-on was chosen to be decommissioned more than likely due to its effect, which added an additional 2 seconds onto the snap out of it action. This is the only add-on to do this, and one that's a bit pointless. It's also the only add-on that ever existed in the Obedience category. Other add-on lines such as Calm, Discipline, and Order all have multiple add-on rarities. The Obedience category doesn't have a family, and therefore it was brutally chosen to be decommissioned. Obedience was always alone, and so sadly, it got picked. In its original version, Obedience applied the Exhausted effect onto Madness Tier 3 survivors, and so when this effect was removed, I think this sort of led the add-on to being in a very pointless spot, and so the recently decommissioned, although a bit of a meme, it was far more interesting to have the Scrap Tape, and reintroduce it in favour of Obedience Class 3. A sad story about an add-on with no family. Beirut's Toxin was a Huntress add-on removed in the Huntress add-on pass that saw a change to many of her outdated add-ons. This happened as a result of her add-ons having effects that worked for old mechanics, but were very overpowered with the newer ones. Beirut's Toxin was an add-on that applied a 30-second exhaustion effect onto survivors when they were hit with a hatchet. This seems high, and by today's standards, it absolutely is. However, old exhaustion used to be recoverable much faster, and was also possible to do so whilst running. Therefore, Huntress's old exhaustion applying add-ons applied it in larger quantities. This allowed for the add-ons to actually have the effect of slowing down recovery. The green version of this add-on, the Venomous Concoction, did survive being decommissioned, with it being made more appropriate to the modern day standard of exhaustion application, moving it from an applied 90 seconds of exhaustion down to just 5 seconds. UC Brew and UC Concoction were two additional add-ons removed with this add-on pass. These add-ons applied the hindered status when a survivor was injured by a hatchet. They were likely removed because they were a little busted with their alterations in movement speed. 3% is all they reduced it by, but as we know from Made for This more recently, 3% can make a pretty big difference, especially for Huntress, who's a 4.4 meters per second character. Next up, I thought we could go to the other end of add-ons, the ones that were decommissioned because they were that bad. For Huntress, this came in the form of the Pungent File. Pungent File was an odd add-on that was basically just useless. Hatchets that were inside of lockers would be permanently revealed when within 36 meters. This was removed in Huntress's add-on pass because it's an effect that is simply not needed, with them being revealed when you need them the most already, which is when you're out of hatchets. This made the existence of Pungent File pretty pointless, and so it was removed, and Huntress was given a second iridescent add-on. A pretty good trade, I think. Now onto Spirit. The Prayer Beads bracelet originally allowed Spirit. Alright, I am back. Okay, so DBD time now. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna load DBD up. The screen is just temporary. I'll only take a second. Let me just download the tier list as well, just so I remember not to lose it. Okay. Alright. Dead by Daylight. Okay. Few seconds and we'll be on DBD. Assy jump scare. Why is mine set to private with Adam as my name? Well, because Adam is my name. Mic reveal. My mic is a Shure SM7B. Toilet reveal. I'm not sure what that even means. Also, Azzy, I made a demo of custom icons made specifically for you. Oh, really? Oh, that's very cool. I'll check that out. Thank you. Oh, hopefully the stream didn't lag there. There's a download going for some reason. DBD is taking a while to open. I'm not sure why. I'll try and redo it. Hopefully it'll be okay. A Shure, yes, I got it a while ago. About 2 years ago, and I didn't use it for a very long time. But I finally set it up properly. Couldn't start the game. Okay, there's an issue with Dead by Daylight starting for some reason. I'm sorry about this. Trying to launch it. Hey everyone. Hello, Diego. Behavior for 7 years. Yeah. Alright, alright. Hopefully it opens this time. Yay, it's working. Okay. Can you see DBD? Can you see it okay? Is it looking okay? I'll move the chat box too, it's like in a weird spot. DBD looking okay for everyone? Yes? Okay, great. Awesome, awesome. It's good? Okay, cool. I will change my name to AZHYMOVS just for this. 1 second. Because you're gonna have to type in my tag, I think, if you want to join. Hey everyone. Hey everyone, hey everyone. I think we've done a pretty good job so far. Okay, so survive with friends. If you want to join, you need to add me on DBD first. My tag is... Wait. My tag is AZHYMOVS hashtag 88AD. And you can just send me a request, okay? Or alternately, if I already have you added, then I can just invite you straight away. But we'll do a few survive with friends games. Oh, okay, Wither's already joined. If anyone wants to join, you just can, okay, basically. KMD, I will accept that friend request. 1 second. Okay, okay. Oh, accept. Accept. It's a few people. Azzy, are you Ots? I am not Ots. Well, okay, I'm not Ots. Hey everyone. I'm gonna leave this build on, I think that's okay. So we have one more spot. For for anyone who wants to join. I might need to accept any people who have sent. Okay, no one sent anything. I think I accepted them all so far. We have one more spot. Oh, I got another request too. This one, I think. Okay, so we got a full lobby for now, so we'll play with this group first, okay? And then we can get different people in as we go, if that sounds good. I'm not OTS. I'm not saying I am not OTS, I'm saying I'm not OTS. You're live. I am live. Welcome in. Hello friends, this is AZHYMOVS. Today I will... Oh my. Thank you for coming by, Yilin. Hello, hello. Rampage. KMD with her. A very convincing tier list maker. Why, thank you. I'll put the music back on. I turned it off just so I could concentrate for a second. Yep. Alright. Good luck with the rounds. Thank you. I'm looking forward to when the new update drops. Not just for Alan Wake, mainly for Billy, but also the Alan Wake perks and stuff like that. Is going to be nice to play around with, you know? KMD says, hey everyone. Time to bub some bubbers. I hope so. What is your opinion on Freddy? My opinion on Freddy is he's very boring and he needs another rework. I feel like he's ever since he's reworked, he's been in a pretty bad spot, to be quite honest. You haven't had your friend request accepted. Did you send it through Steam? If it's through Steam, just let me know what your name is and I can go accept it. It's just I have quite a few I haven't accepted from people, and like over the years, so I have a lot of ones backed up. I might have just missed it. As a Freddy enjoyer, I agree. Freddy was like the first character I mained. It's who I got to red ranks on for the first time. Rank 1 back in the day with a Forever Freddy. Oh, it's a blood hunt, isn't it? Unfortunately, I've got like way over the cap of blood points, and I don't really feel like spending them all. Wrecker's Yard. Autohaven is one of my least favorite realms in the game, if I'm being honest. I just don't like it. I can't explain it. I think it's mainly the color palette. I just really don't enjoy the green color. I think we got a Legion. We do have a Legion. This is gonna be fun. With Dying Light. If this is, at least I can use my at least I can use Autodidact. Hello, CWE Draws. Welcome in. Leg, yes. Also known as Leg. Do you think that Pennywise will join DBD? I think Pennywise would be a great addition to DBD. I seem to remember from a video I watched, I think probably Schmuckles, that there's some problem with the IT license or something like that. I'm not too sure, but I would love to see Pennywise in the game for sure. That'd be great. Mural sketch and I can't see those blocked pills. Okay. Forever Legion. Yay! A Legion game where we just heal. We're triple stacking this generator though, which is good. This is horribly so. Oh, someone brought a brand new part. That's going to help. And Wither's doing a great job looping at the moment too. Yup. I do hope one day they try and sort of rework Legion in some way, move them away from just slow down being their primary sort of ability. Okay, this Legion is like triple mind gaming. Oh, pallet save? No, they're a bit far. You hate those Legion add-ons. Honestly, like, most Legion add-ons aren't the most fun, if I'm being honest. The only ones I like really are the BFFs and the one that makes you lunge further. I think it's like the wristband one. That one's kind of fun. Everyone's doing well. So far. Good stuff. But yeah, BFFs are one of the most unique add-ons, really. Not just for Legion, but for any of the killers. The way they have stacks, that just makes them, like, wholly more interesting. Just a, you know, a unique mechanic, unique little thing to them. Friendship bracelet, yeah, that's the one. The extended lunge. Da, da, da. Not the most exciting game, unfortunately. Hello, Laxness. Welcome in. How are you doing today? I think we made a good list today. I think we did a good job. We'll maybe do some more lore-based ones later on. Next week, like I said, the plans for next week are to do a live version of the 1v1 series, because everyone has been asking for a while for that to come back. So I kind of want to finally, like, bring that back. Oh, maybe a flashlight save? Perhaps, potentially? Nope, a bad angle by me. But yeah, we're going to be returning the 1v1 series and doing it live, so we can, like, discuss the scores, the different categories, like, you know, like strength and agility and all that stuff. We can do it live, so we can properly discuss it. We can read through the lore and stuff like that and decide on where they should be placed. I think he has enduring. He didn't seem to be stunned that much by the pallet there. Live 1v1 sounds great. I hope it goes well. Hello Spooky too. Good to see you. This Legion is their build is absolutely just relentless. Sick flashlights. Yeah, missing completely. True AZHYMOVS way. Oh, I've been just gone to a really bad spot here. My team's doing well. I'm not doing so great, but at least they're kind of carrying me. Yeah, Legion definitely does need some changes though. Stuff like this just really shouldn't be able to happen, you know, like stacking Thanatophobia, Dying Light. It's not even that it's like unfair, it's just really boring. Hello fan, welcome in. Yes, Chad Autodidact. I'm resisting the urge to use it because realistically we shouldn't be healing against this build. You're nearly dead. Yeah, I am. That's mainly on me. I've not been doing the best chases, admittedly. Yeah, let's try and get some gens. Imagine using the exhaustion perk. I don't usually. I'm not actually too sure why I have Lithe on. I haven't managed to actually use it either during gameplay so far. I probably should have tried to use it. I think this is winnable. We just need to be a bit careful. Luckily everyone's doing good chases, aside me. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we're in a good spot, I think. If we get this gen done, we're looking pretty good, I think. They are just annoyingly long though, these generators, because of dying light Thana. Legion's gonna come to us now. Hopefully I can avoid him if I go round. If I get caught again, I'm probably gonna be dead, so. Yeah, we'll try and get different people in as we go. This is just the first game, but we'll try and get anyone that wants to play today. I'm not sure where the gens are. I think there's one over here. I was on this one earlier, I think. Yeah, this is a rough Legion to face though. That's not good. Oh, I think I'm dead here. Yeah. Oh, Lithe, I forgot. Oh no. This is why I should stream, because then everyone sees stuff like that. Yeah. Not the best. It's okay. Let's pretend it didn't happen. We can watch. We can watch the Lithe into the rock, yeah. That's the move, that's the way to go. When a collab with Mint Skull? I'd like to collaborate. We've discussed it a bit before. We've never really ended up doing anything. But I'm sure it'll happen one day. Don't see why not. Oof, yep. It never happened. No one saw. No one saw, no one saw. Can you check for a friend request? Yep, I will check that now. Let me just bring it up. I see CWEs. Accept that. And I will accept yours too, Bill. Okay. There we go. I think they can get the gen done, luckily. So hopefully at least I think we should be able to get at least 2 out here. I hope. I think we had 2 adrenalines there. Or just 1? Just the 1. The Legion is kind of camping last hook. Hello, Pia Trullo. Welcome in. Hello, Neo, as well. Welcome in. No worries as well. We're done with the tier list part now. We're just playing some Survive with Friends for a bit. Oh, the Legion! They completely missed them. Nice little sneak there by Rampage. They probably are gonna try and tunnel Wither out though. We'll see what happens. Will they survive? Oh, the gate is ready. I think KMD got the gate ready there. I think they should be able to get out. The Legion's still pretty closely on them. Oh, I think someone's gonna die here, unfortunately. It's gonna be very close. No! Do you think Overcharge needs a small nerf to where a gen reaches 0, the difficult skill check doesn't appear? I'm not I don't think it's like top of the list needed. I think there's probably other things. It's not a bad idea for a change though. It is a bit unnecessary to give them a skill check when the gen's at 0. Hello hamster, welcome in. Okay, well 2 got out at least. I think that's pretty good going considering that was a pretty tough Legion game. So good job everyone. Oh, they had a Mori as well. What did you miss, Eagle? Not much. We had a Legion stacking a lot of slowdowns. It was a bit of a rough game. I got slightly rolled, as you might say. We'll do like 2 games I think with every group. I think that's fair, and then we'll switch out the group. Okay. You can do Sonic, sure. Everyone played very well. Good job. Oh, something's up with the party, it seems. It's only showing 1 tick at the bottom there. What's happening? DBD? Oh. Okay. We're gonna have to remake the lobby. Okay. If you want to join, join, okay? We're already gonna have 3 places. You can do, sure Sonic. Yep, so join now if you want to. Was fun. Oh yeah, nice playing, Julian. Weird. I think I accidentally clicked accept to join someone else's game, so I think that's what happened there. Okay, so we have KMD, Samos, and Comrade Bill for this game. What's your in-game name? My in-game's name is just AZHYMOVS. So we'll go with this group for now, okay? And we'll try and switch every match or every 2 matches or so, okay? Your P100 Nancy, very nice. The only P100 I have is Jill. That's all I got. And I've still got like loads of cakes on her and stuff. 628. I just don't really use them because I tend to be at the cap and I don't spend blood points much nowadays. So I don't really have much of a reason to use them either. Where's Adam? I'm also going to change up my build. Oh, thanks for coming by with her. Nice playing too. I hope we get a fully mechanical killer in 2024, even if it's not Freddy Fazbear. Freddy's already in the game. They added him a couple patches ago. You think you go? Okay, thanks for coming in. Appreciate coming by, Julian. I do want to switch out my perks a little bit. I think I'm going to put resilience on because I feel like I'm going to be injured a lot of the time just because I'm doing my best to read chat as well. What is everyone's favorite survivor perk? I think I've mentioned mine before, but mine's autodidact. I just enjoy how the stacks work, you know? Personally. That's my jam. Thoughts on mid-chapter PTB? I'm very happy with the mid-chapter. I think it looks amazing. What will be the next video tier list is going to be ranking the reworks, partly in reaction to the Billy rework that came in the PTB, which was a very good PTB, I think. Head On, Iron Will, Premonition, Plot Twist. The Terminator would be very cool as a killer. Inner Strength. This is a good question too. Do people prefer the original Stranger Thing perk names, or the reworked versions? So like Inner Strength and Inner Healing it changed to for a while. I think it was that way around. Oh look, they've dressed up like me. How nice. Personally, I think for the new ones grew on me. I remember when they first got added, I really did not like them. But they definitely grew on me quite a bit. Flashbang, Potential Energy, Bond. I do like Potential Energy. I feel like no one uses that. There was like a brief period when that perk released and everyone was like, oh, it's gonna be so overpowered, and then that died down really... Oh, Ghostface! Oh, oh god. Okay, we gotta do the standstill tech. Let's see how long this can last. Okay. See, in that situation, it would have actually been good to have life. Adrenaline. You like all the demo renames. Is that Stranger Things question even a question? I know most people did prefer the old versions, or the original ones. But some of the new ones were fine. I do generally agree though that the original perk names were better. I think the ghost faces may be coming back straight away. Thank you. I have no idea where he went either because I wasn't looking at the screen. Come? Okay, I'll come with you. Oh! That's why they did that. Oh, they're over there. Okay. This isn't going well for me, is it? Where has he gone? Oh, there he is. Oh. Luckily I have I have good teammates to call out where Ghostface is. Because I'm being completely oblivious at the moment. Jolt is better than Surge, and out of all of them I still forget Cruel Limits is Claustrophobia. I mean, Claustrophobia is a more like literal name, isn't it? It's not exactly like I don't think they were bad all round. They're just different. What does Potential Energy do again? Potential Energy lets you like absorb stacks from one generator and put them onto another, but you have to. But the rate you transfer them at is slightly different, so you should only really do it if you're in like a 3-gen or something. Otherwise it's not particularly worth it to use Potential Energy. Team's doing well. Oh, where's this ghost face coming from? Did they leave me? I think they left. Okay, good. KMD's doing well so far. And Chase. Love the videos, thank you. Decisive Strike is very fun. I haven't used Decisive Strike in like genuinely maybe 2 years. Unbreakable is fun to use. I like Unbreakable. I don't tend to use it much though, but it's a very useful perk. Got a lot of utility, and it's the only perk really in that kind of category that does what it does. Like Soul Guard does it with hexes, but people don't really run hexes too much anymore. The hex meta kind of shifted away a while ago now. It does depend on the build though, for sure. If you pair Unbreakable and Soul Guard together, then that can be really good. I'm just gonna be a bit... Okay, no one's getting chased, so I should be a bit cautious. Okay, Samos is getting chased, good. Not good, but good as in, like, Ghostface isn't watching me. Potential Energy is Victoria's perk, yeah. Oh, the Ghosty's hit. You'll be a bit careful. I think I can get this gen done, though. This is going well, we're doing well. I'm the only one that's been hooked, so that's very good. Time to get some stacks too, hopefully. Hopefully this will be a showcase of Autodidact's potential. There we go, good. Good start. Yeah, that always happens too with me, with perks like DS. Whenever you need DS, you're never running it. Look at that! 3 stacks in one! That's like the best Autodidact I've had in ages. That's great. They should rework. They really should rework Ruin. That perk is like not useless, but it's getting there. Ever since its rework or reworks, Ruin has never really been good at all. I think the Ghostface is watching. Yep, they're just camping here. I'm gonna wait till some others come along. Can he see me? I revealed him, there we go. Hopefully he chases me now and then someone else can get the save. I'll try and do some distraction. I'll just have to grab if not. I'm just gonna grab, I think. Alright, this should be okay. We're in a fairly decent spot. Nice, I think that was good. I think someone did the gate too. Oh, they DC'd. Okay. Even better. Hello, Bilal. Welcome in. Oh, yep. You always have difficulty hitting the DS skill check. Yeah, it can be tough. It's quite a small skill check, so you know, don't be hard on yourself. GG's, GG's. We got a killer DC. Not that we're aiming for them, but happen to get one. Okay, we'll try and get some different people in now. So if anyone else wants to play, let me know. I'll invite. We'll try and do 2 games for everyone. I think that was KMD's second game, so I'm gonna... It sounds really harsh, but I'm gonna kick you. And I'll get someone else in, okay? Just so it's fair and we can get a rotation of people. I think Afterlight invited me there, so we'll invite Afterlight. Okay, CWE joined, okay, so we'll go with this group and then try and get Afterlight in next time. I would want to. I'll do my best to get everyone into play, okay? With killers, it depends on what killer I play, but builds work with killers. Corrupt Intervention is very strong all round. You can pretty much put that on any killer and it's pretty powerful. What's your favorite superhero? Not too sure, to be honest. Maybe Batman. I like Batman. Azzy, did you get your invites? I think I did. I'll try and accept them after the game. We'll do one more game for Samos and Bill, and then that'll be 2 more spots open too. Four flashlights, yeah. we are stacking flashlights a bit here. Hello, hello, Karuno, welcome in. I think I saw them pop up, Sonic. I'll do my best to accept them after this. I finished your icon pack. I've never actually used an icon pack, but I would love to, especially if you've made it just for me. That's very kind. I'll do my best to use it. Oh, thank you, Karuno. Have a good time cooking. See you soon. The game. This is a good map for us. Probably not good for the killer unless it's like a nemesis or something. You know, pallet shredder. I think it is nemesis, or is that Wesker? That might be Wesker actually. It's Wesker, okay. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is... Oh, no, he left me already. Didn't even need 7 minutes. Where's he gone? He just full on left me straight away. He's gonna go downstairs, I guess. I did want to do a map tier list live at some point too. That's the one I need to update also. The game for me is, well, it's certainly not balanced. It's definitely survivor-sided for sure. Just for the sheer number of pallets. No other map on the game has as many pallets as the game does. It really is quite an astonishing amount. Not sure what the last... Oh, okay, there he is. He might be interrupting us here. Yep. Wesker. Gideon is pretty bad for Wesker. I don't play Wesker all too much, so I'm not even too sure what maps are good and are not good for him. I would think it would be like okay because you can slide over pallets, but you know, again, that's from someone who rarely plays Wesker to begin with, so. Oh, that was a grab. We'll try and finish this gen. Nice, nice, good stuff. I'll try my best to do some looping. He doesn't want to chase me, never mind. You hit P100, nice. That sounds pretty speedy too. It took me a while to get my first P100. It was about 9 months, I think. So yeah, pretty long time it took me. If the prestige wasn't... I mean, the prestige used to be capped at 3. But yeah, lots of people... I've seen people get like up to like 5 or 6 prestige 100s. I don't know how they do it. They just must play the game a lot, I guess. The only reason why I did one to begin with was just so I could kind of say, oh yeah, I've done that. I don't really feel the need to do multiple P100s, if I'm honest. Oh wait, do you have plot twist? Is that plot twist? I think it's plot twist. I'm gonna leave them be. I think that might be plot twist. It is. Okay, good. At least I got to farm some stacks there. Though. It was a Nicolas Cage, so I was like, oh wait, probably has plot twist. Can you get some more stacks here, maybe? 1,002 tiramisus. Hello, Yum Yum. The highest tiramisus I ever had, or like whatever those the year 7 things were called, was I think it was it's like 700 or something like that. And I didn't even play the event that much, I don't think, but I still managed to get that many. Like they were pretty much thrown at you during the event. Let's try and do some looping. He just keeps, he doesn't want to chase me. I'd like to get a chase. He just don't want to do it. You don't plan on using any of them. That's the thing, everyone always says like, everyone always stacks up a bunch of the anniversary cakes and they like screenshot and go like, oh look how many I collected, and then they never use them. And I'm the same, I do the same. You know, I have like 600 cakes and I just haven't touched them in months. I hear a gen, I'm not too sure where it is. We've nearly got 5 stacks as well of autodidact. That's the first down, on the second down for Wesker. Gen here, there we go. Who do you trust more, who or Herman Carter? Definitely not Herman Carter. Who's the better medical professional, the nurse or the doctor? Okay, that somehow worked. I think the pallets here have been dropped already. We do have this one. This is a strong pallet, but I'm gonna drop it. Try and get some, you know, decent chases in. What is happening? Oh, you prepared it for so long. Unstoppable plays. There's a pallet here, right? Oh, there's not. Oh, not good. There should be one here at least. Oh, that's not good. That's really bad, actually. No pallet here either. Oh, I thought I got in time. Could you give me the link to your Discord? Yes, I can link it in a second. I'll do it after the game. Send you some DB. Sure. We have a clips channel in the Discord where you can send any clips. Oops, I was trying to body block there. My bad. Oh, I think he's just going for me. Okay, I think he's tunneling me. Who I meant, World Health Organization. Oh, well, still, I would trust them more than Herman Carter. Oh, he tried to cut me off. Okay, I don't think he's on me anymore. Near endless 4%. I don't really get many 4% anymore. It's kind of sad. I haven't had one in a while. I look forward to seeing them, Sonic. Okay, I'm gonna go get a spray. That's a hot take, is it? Compared to Herman Carter? Oh, that's not good. I'm slow at the moment too, which is very bad. Oh, he didn't go for me. Lovely. Oh, he's coming back though. Oh, I just need to spray myself. I need to get this off of me, the Ouroboros. It's okay if I get M1'd, I just don't... I need to make sure I don't get M2'd here. Okay, he M1'd me, that's good. Okay. We're doing okay. The gens are nearly done too. We're getting there. Oh, this is really rough. Is he leaving? Please leave, that'd be great. He may be... Herman is a very, very shocking guy indeed. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's doing okay, it's a tough map. I'll try and get a flashlight save here. If I can. Little flashy save. Who knows? Okay, he saw me, never mind. I think I can still get one. Maybe ambitious on my part. Okay, he's coming for me. Oh, this is really bad. I hope someone has Unbreakable. Okay, he's coming for me now. I need to just run. I'll do my best to loop back up. Yeah, this is really bad, actually. I really hope someone has Unbreakable. Oh, I was fully over that. Anyone have Unbreakable? Bill? Bill, you should have Unbreakable. He's vaulting pallets instead of breaking. I mean, in part, I reckon that's because there's just so many pallets. Will you ever bring back Survivor Mindset videos? I probably won't. I reckon I probably wasn't even qualified to be making those to begin with. But I did enjoy them. I just think there's other people out there who do informational stuff like that better. I tend to just sort of stand out the way if I see things like that. You know, like I made videos on certain subjects before, but like I used to make like DBD news videos. I mostly just stopped doing those because other people were faster and did them better than me. So I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. I'll leave that to you. I think maybe we're gonna die. That's a shame. That was a pretty good game. We just we all tried to be too altruistic at the end with flashlight saves. Yeah, the thing is with those videos, they were called Rank 1 Mindset, the series. At the time, never actually Rank 1. I had hit Rank 1, but I definitely wasn't Rank 1 at the time. I think everyone's dead. Oh, someone got away. Retrospect. I'm like sort of doing retrospectives. I'm just trying to do them in a slightly different way. Yeah, GG's. That was a good game still. We just got a bit unlucky at the end there with the slugging. But yeah, well played by the Wesker. They made the most out of our mistakes there. Liar. Do you think DBD needs a graphic update? I actually don't. I think the Realm Beyond one was fine. Some maps maybe do. But other than that, I think the game looks fine. Well, it's not the best looking game, but then, I mean, it doesn't really have to be, does it? Yes, I'll try and get you in Lexness. Are they going to be able to get the gate open in time? Oh, the Wesker's been friendly, okay. What would my 3 perks be if I was Survivor? That's like, oh, I would need some like time to think that one through. I mean, I want them to be more like boons in the game and stuff like that, so I'd probably like to bring a boon for myself, whatever that would look like. DBD needs a graphics downgrade. I mean, debatably maybe. Therefore everyone would be able to run it okay. I think most people can at the moment anyway, but... Alright, GG's. Good games, good games. Nice Wesker, yeah. Very nice. Oh, what is my shoe size? My shoe size is about 10.5. Okay, so, I think Samos and Bill have both done 2 now, so we'll get different people in. Okay? So whoever wanted to join, you can join now, okay? The game looks less scary and animalistic now. It definitely did look scarier in the early days. Yep, 100%. Thanks for everyone playing, by the way, as well. Feel free to just join the game if you want to. We have 1 more open spot now. You can join. Just join the game. You should be able to just join the game. I think, at least. I am feeling a bit tired, to be quite honest, so we might make this the last one. I'll check my Steam quickly in case I haven't accepted anyone. Oh, yeah, I see. Sonic. Accept, there we go. Laxness, where are they? Laxness, accept, and okay. Okay, so feel free to join the game. I should have accepted it now. We'll do a couple more games, okay? Then we'll go with this group for now. Oh, someone left. Okay. One spot. We got 1 spot. We are on UK servers, yeah. We're on European servers, I think. Okay, we'll go with this group, right? I'll do this game and then probably 1 more after, and then I think we're gonna end stream. That sounds good. Already full. Yeah, I'll try and get you into next game. Do my best to do that. I should have accepted now though, I think. Dun 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 dun. Hope everyone's doing well though. Hope you're all enjoying the stream so far. Like I said, we're probably going to be doing 2 next week to cover the 1v1 series. The live version of the 1v1 series. So we're probably going to be doing a Tuesday stream and then also a Friday stream again for the 1v1 series. Hopefully. That's the plan at the moment. Your Nancy account? I think I accepted that one too. Lethal Company? Maybe one day we can play some Lethal Company on stream. Alright. I'm the real Nicolas Cage in our lobby? Oh my. And then Afterlight's running a healing build. I have high hopes. You might lag. I hope it's okay. But yeah, we're on European servers, so if you're in the US, it might be or any other part of the world. It might be a little bit laggy for you. Hopefully, it'll be playable though. Yeah, I saw that one, Sonic. Pebble? Are you running Pebble? Should we do a full game where we're running Pebble together? How many hours does everyone have? Sonic says 800. I'm just over the 3,000 mark fairly recently. But it's taken me a while to get there. I think I'm like nearly 5 years in now to DBD. So I don't feel too bad. Also, you know, it's my job. So I feel even less bad about having 3,000 hours. Hello, Zebra. Well, what's everyone's hours looking like? I do feel like mine are quite high, but then I know there's other like YouTubers, streamers like that have like 10,000. Like Ots, I'm pretty sure is over 10,000. 930 hours. Not much. You're pretty new. I think I gained about 1,000 hours last year. I've been gaining about 1,000 every year. 2.5 on both accounts. 500 to 600. 1,300. 3.4k since 2020. I started in 2019 and I'm running on 3,000, so more than me there. 230. Do we have any like crazy high hour people in the game, like 5,000 plus in the chat? Sorry, not in the game. Oh, there we go. 5,500 from Sonic. 800 on my second account. Oh, I see. Is that because of like crossplay not being a thing yet? Or cross progression, sorry, not crossplay. Oh, we have a blight. Okay. Let's see how this goes. 200, 600 hours since 2021. That's another good question too. When did everyone start playing? I started playing April 2019. It was just before Ghostface came out. I started playing. Addicted player, unfortunately. Family sharing. Ah, okay. I see, I see. It's weird hearing your voice in real time. It's weird for me also speaking to people in real time. Hello, what is the question? Raphael, the question was, when did you start playing? April 24th, 2021. 1.3k hours started in 2018. Interesting. 2020. Hello, Yeet Lord. October 28th, 2020. I'm surprised everyone knows like the exact dates. I know like the general. I think it was like April or May or something in 2019. September last year. On Joe Keery's 29th birthday. Is he 29? I always thought he was a lot younger. Like he was closer to... Because in Stranger Things, he plays like an 18-year-old or something, so... Oh, what? Is that Lightborn or is that just me being bad at aiming? I think it's probably my bad aim. Okay, they overshot that a little bit. Oh. April 11th, 2023. 700 hours. Wow. That's quite a few for this year. Dedication. 2019 is when I started. Not sure. 2018 to 2019. I think like, well, I think 2021 was like actual peak numbers for DBD. I'm not sure what I was trying to do there. Yeah, I have no life. I meant it in like a positive way. I didn't mean it in a bad way. Yeet Lord. You know, it's good. It's good to have like a main game, I think. Started playing in March 2021. Currently have 3,363. What server? I'm on European servers, I believe. We're doing okay so far. We seem to get a few more gens done. But yeah, I have just over 3,000. And I hit that a couple months ago, I think now. I haven't played too much in the past months. Not really down to anything in particular, just... Okay, I'm just making sure that, yeah, Yeet Lord. I did that poll a couple, or last week I think, of if you could remove one killer from the game, who would you remove? And like 90% is Skull Merchant, 5% is Nurse, and then like another 5% is maybe like Clown or Freddy. It's very interesting to see. I knew people hated Skull Merchant, but I didn't realize people hated it that much. And Trickster as well was in there. Where are you from? I'm from the UK. Favorite character for Killer and Survivor? Killer side at the moment is probably Deathslinger. Survivor side at the moment is Adam, I think. They're my two favorites. But yeah, I was gonna make a video on that. If I had to pick one, I think the most interesting character to remove would be Nurse. Just because she's like dominated the meta for so long, and she kind of already breaks the game in a lot of ways, you know? It'd be interesting to see, like, if she was gone, you know, what are we left with, and how does it all shape up? So that's, I don't know, that'd be my argument for picking Nurse. Which killer weapon would you have IRL? I think the coolest killer weapon is probably Spirit's sword. Just because it's got like that cool animation. You can just pull it out of the shard. Thank you, Afterlight, by the way, for taking the hit there. I blocked that off, not good. I'm gonna go down stairs here. Hopefully the pallet's here. It's not here. That's not good. Okay, he made a bad choice there by rushing down here. It's very hard to pull off rushes down here. You tend to just collide with a lot of things. It's not the best. I'm gonna go to this pallet. Thank you to everyone taking hits. Is he still coming for me? He is still coming for me, okay. Did you put Billy hardest to master? Yeah, Billy got into very hard in the tier list that we made together. My favorite original killers are Oni and Artist, and my favorite licensed killer is Myers. My favorite survivor is Kate Ash Bill. Ash doesn't get much love, does he? I think it's like really cool that he's in the game too, but he gets like so forgotten. Even after he got a tome recently too. It just feels like no one remembers him. Where are the gens at? I think there's one down here. I'm gonna try and go for the save. Winnie the Pooh Killer League. I mean, that's actually possible now, right? Because it's in the public domain, I believe. Oh, thank you, Viteri. It's very kind. You want Ash voice lines? It'd be good to have Ash voice lines in game. We do have Ash voice lines. They're just not available like in game like they are with like Nicolas Cage. We gotta be a bit careful here. We're dangerously close to having a bit of a snowball. Ash does have lobby voice lines, yeah. Who's the strongest RE survivor? There's an argument to be made for pretty much all of them, I'd say. I'd say probably like Ada, Chris, Jill. Probably the three strongest. The survivors at least. Let's do a little reset. It's a good idea. Do a little reset over here. He definitely would, yeah. If Ash had voice lines, people would 100% use him more. Oh, they have plot twist. I'm gonna try and get some stacks quickly. Okay. Oh no! Okay, it's okay. But yeah, Ash would be a really great pick to have voice lines. 100%. Leon, Chris, or Ethan? I mean, I wouldn't say Ethan purely because he's like one of the only protagonists who's actually died. But then again, he is technically a BOW. But Chris also punches boulders. You know, that's something. Jill has a T-virus in her, I think, from the Nemesis, so she doesn't age. So you could debate maybe she's a bit stronger in some ways. I don't know. I think Ada as well is also a BOW potentially. She has some kind of enhancement, I believe. I forget what it was. I think it was in Resident Evil 6, and that game is just utterly confusing. Favorite single-player horror game? Mine's my favorite single-player horror game probably is one of the Resident Evils, to be honest. I really like the newer ones, like 7 and 8. I think 7 maybe would be my favorite single-player horror game. I played that game Choo Choo Charles yesterday. You know, the horror game with the train. It was a fairly short game, but it was pretty decent. There's a lot of like stuff around that, and a couple years back when it was being developed, I think. But yeah, it was pretty decent, and it was definitely scary seeing an oversized train with like it had like entity claws on it too, running towards you. Welcome back. I hope the food went well. How many hours do you have? 3,000. A bit over 3,000. Yeah, I really hope they add more RE skins, honestly, just from like any game, to be honest. My favorite horror characters. Jill, obviously. Jill's up there. I think she probably is my favorite one. I do like Ethan Winters as well. The writing for him isn't the best. But I don't know, I like him as a character. I like how they scaled back RE7 and RE8. Like, they made him just like a guy, you know? He's not like some special forces STARS member. It's just like a guy whose kid got taken or wife got kidnapped, and he's just trying to save them, you know? I appreciate that about the games. I'm very excited for the new update, yeah. 100%. I'm really excited to see the Billy rework and whatnot. Is there a role you play more in DBD? I tend to play a pretty good balance on both sides. I think I have probably slightly more in Survivor. It's probably a 50-50, 45 split, something like that. Not 50-50, 55-45 split, sorry. Jill, I started Alan Wake recently too. And I do like Alan Wake. The game's quite interesting so far. The presentation, how it's written like a story. The different notes you can find is really cool. I enjoy that stuff. Watch Wesker and Friends. I have seen quite a few of the Wesker and Friends, because my partner watches them. So I do. I've watched quite a few of the Wesker and Friends things too. I haven't played Overwatch 2 in quite a while. I played it a lot at the start of last year, but I really haven't touched it much since. I just don't have much desire to play that game at the moment, to be honest. Do you think next chapter will be original or licensed? I think probably original, purely for the fact that we've had a long string of licenses. We had Alan Wake, Chucky, Alien. I basically just doubt we're gonna get another license next. I think it's probably gonna be two more original chapters for a March chapter, and then also the what's it called, the anniversary chapter this year. It's probably gonna be original. It seems like they want to do original stuff for anniversary, which I think is good. You know, at the end of the day, it's celebrating DBD as a game. It kind of feels like they should be, you know, celebrating their work as developers, kind of introducing their own creations and whatnot. Yeah, well, no, I started Alan Wake specifically because it was coming to the game, Raphael. It's confirmed original, is it? Okay. Hope we don't get another Skull Merchant. I would like to think Behavior's sort of learned their lesson with Skull Merchant. I think they thought she was going to be like very successful too, because she got a bunch of like cosmetics on release and stuff like that. Does the Blight know I'm here? I think he does. Yeah, he does. He's trying to mind game me, but I think someone has Kindred. Oh, I know I have Kindred. Never mind. I'll try and lead him away. If not, then I'm happy to trade for the save. Oh, I think we can save them. I'm gonna go for the save. I'll just trade. I'll take the death. Yeah, who's everyone else's favorite horror protagonist in general? It can be from any game, not like... It could be from DBD if you like, but it can also be from like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, you know, whatever you like. That's okay, we'll trade. Nancy, Steve, Dwight, Vittorio, Ellen... Rip, it feels like no one plays Ripley. I really don't see Ripley's like at all. I don't know what it is about Ripley, but I straight up don't see them. Yeah, I had to watch them. The Peanut Busters. A Dracula, Van Helsing, and Castle map would make a sick chapter. Well, you see, I'm still disappointed how they handled the night chapter, because they could have done a castle map. Why did they make a castle map? They made a castle map, but then they put the castle on the outside of the map. You can see the castle, but you can't go into it. I don't know. I find that infuriating. And instead we got Borgo. Oh, the burger map. Good trade, yeah. Yeah, it didn't go too well, did it? Rick Grimes. I do like Rick a lot too. Hopefully the new Walking Dead series with Rick and Michonne is going to be good. I haven't even watched the trailer for that yet, but I am interested in seeing it. Good game though. Good stuff. From Silent Hill. I've never actually played the Silent Hills. That's mainly because a lot of them are on older systems. The only one I could find on Steam apparently is isn't good, so I didn't really want to play it. Do you think DBD will add relics from mobile to core gameplay? I don't actually know what relics are. I know they have like XP things, which are quite cool. Okay, CWE, I'm gonna kick you now because you've had 2 games. And we'll try and get someone else in. Thank you for playing, though. I feel bad for kicking people, but I want to just make sure it's fair, you know? James Sunderland, you like? Rick Grimes would be a great mid-chapter. I really hope we get a Walking Dead chapter at some point. What licensed characters do you want to see in the future? I'm pretty much content when it comes to licensed characters now. I mainly wanted Resident Evil characters, and we've gotten a ton of those. I still... Again, hot take, would like a RE Chapter 3 with either RE7 or RE8. But yeah, that's sort of just, you know, I know that's not shared by many people. Most people would prefer something else, I'm sure. I'd also like to see It or Pennywise. I'd like to see oh, what else? The Walking Dead again. That's one I would like to see. Other than that, I'm pretty content. I'm happy with whatever they add, really. Chucky was a really welcome surprise. I'd never heard of I'd heard of Chucky. I only started what am I trying to say? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. I watched Chucky after they announced the chapter though, and I was happy with how it turned out and everything. Chucky was a good addition, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm muddling my words a bit. Carol and Daryl? Hopper and Robin from Stranger Things. I think there's a good chance they revisit Stranger Things. I mean, it surprised me that it came back at all. I thought everyone that was like, oh, Stranger Things is coming back was just like, you know, pure copium. But it did come back. So, you know, good for those people. And I am glad it came back. It's nice that it came back. Relics are like charms that give you a special effect. Like a downgraded perk. Huh. I mean, that sounds interesting. I would love to see something like that, sure. You're my favourite DBD YouTuber. Thank you, Gigi. Very kind. I like The Quarry. The Quarry is another game I started. I haven't finished yet. Until Dawn. Oh, that's one I forgot about. I would love to see an Until Dawn chapter, for sure. Until Dawn is like, and also because they're partnering with Supermassive for the new DBD story game, Until Dawn doesn't seem too far-fetched anymore. The other upcoming thing we have is the DBD movie, which I think was scheduled for 2025, if I'm not wrong. And I actually have more faith in that after seeing the Five Nights at Freddy movie. It's the same people making it. GLaDOS, lots of people say GLaDOS. GLaDOS would be cool, but like, I don't know how would they ever implement her? Like, how is that going to work? More TCM stuff I don't see happening, purely for the fact that Texas Chainsaw has its own game now. So I think it's probably very unlikely that that they add any more TCM stuff. Then again, they didn't ask for Bubba to be removed. I don't know if they have the kind of authority to do that anyway, but yeah, I mean, that's good. I would like Hopper and Robin though from Stranger Things 2. I think that's a cool idea. Or Hopper and Joyce. I like some of the older characters in there, you know? Because a lot of the characters at the moment are all very like, they're all in kind of like late teens, early 20s, you know? Be nice to get more of a range of ages and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that could be cool. Alright, we're on Ormond. We're against an alien. I haven't actually played against an alien in a while. Oh, there it is. Straight away. I'll do my best to loop. Not the best against alien. I really don't like facing the tail. Okay, got a little bit bamboozled there, it seems. What are some original concepts you want to see? Dracula, again, someone mentioned earlier, I would love to see. I'd love to see a werewolf killer. I don't know, I kind of entrust Behavior with coming up with original stuff though. They've done an amazing job. Particularly on anniversaries, like Dredge 2 years ago, Singularity this last year. They've released some like really good original characters recently. You know, just forget about Skull Merchant. Any celebrities you want to see in the DBD movie? I mean, if kind of like with the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it'd be nice if they included like some YouTubers and streamers, you know? People like Otstava, I think would be really funny to see in the film. Even if it's for like a really tiny cameo. I think stuff like that would be really awesome. A spider killer, that's another big one. I think that one's pretty possible as well. It's been like mildly hinted at during the in the lore. for something like that to happen. So I think there's actually a good chance it does happen. A spider. Oh, sorry, Laurie. Might need to drop the pallet. For GLaDOS, they could downsize and make her pop for a floating. It could work. I just think GLaDOS is like one of those characters that is like, it would be like needlessly complex to add, you know. I do like the character though, and you know, I love the Portal games a lot, but it's more just a case of like, it would be a lot of work to put in, I think. Ott said he wouldn't like to be in the game as a character. I wasn't talking about the game, I was talking about the DVD movie. If they ever made like a DVD movie, I'm saying it'd be cool if they got like, you know, like cameos from YouTubers like they did with the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. That's completely valid if he doesn't want to be in the game. You know, I think seeing yourself run around and get placed on hooks and stuff would definitely be, you know, not everyone's thing. So, you know, fair enough. A pirate killer, that's a great shout. Another one is like an underwater killer would be really cool, I think. Okay, the alien seems to be tunneling me a little bit. You want the entity? I would like I would like that too. I feel like they kind of did that with Dredge though, like making the entity a killer. Dredge almost feels like a mini entity. I mean, I think that's even a theory, that Dredge is like a mini entity due to the way it like sucks stuff up and stuff like that. It's also made up primarily of a fog, which is obviously like the entity's thing to begin with. Jaws to DVD, that's another one I've seen float around. I don't know how they do it, but you know what? They've managed to get Chucky in, they've managed to do Alien, so who knows, maybe they can add a shark. A werewolf, a swim, they just flood every map and then put a shark in it. Just completely change up the gameplay. Dredge's love, Dredge's life. The Dredge's entity's child. I mean, it does almost feel like that. Like the Dredge shares a lot of traits with the entity. It even has those like little claws that pop out sometimes. A shadow killer like Hatman. I haven't actually heard of them. I'm not sure who that is. Terminator would be interesting. I do think so too. They did do a lot of like futuristic chapters this year, so I get the feeling they're probably going to be easing on them for a little bit. But I would also love to see that. I think that'd be very cool. All of the above, yeah. Pretty much like all of these ideas sound really cool, to be honest. Oh, I thought I could bait that swing there. Oh, they swung too early. Lucky for us. Oh, they left. Okay, nice. Terminator and Predator. I'm a Predator hater. I'm not too interested in seeing Predator come to the game, to be honest with you. I just don't think the character's that interesting, but again, that's just personal preference. If they did end up getting added, I wouldn't be like angry or anything. Just not my kind of thing, really. New Survivor Perk gun. That'd be nice. We got another DC? Alright. We've had 2 DCs today. I don't feel like we've even been doing anything particularly toxic or you know, anything like that. But hey, there we go. DC. GG's. I don't think they would add Terminator, but they would add T-1000. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about like Terminator lore or anything like that. I've only seen the first 2 films, I think, for Terminator. And I saw them about 10 years ago, so... My argument is you can't have Alien without Predator. That's fair enough. I don't know, personally I just... Also, like, Wraith was partially based on Predator, so... who have we had in for 2 games? I think after, like, I think both of you were in for 2 games, right? Okay, so we have 2 spots. If anyone wants to join, this will probably be the last game, because I'm feeling a bit tired. I feel my voice is a little bit strained. So we'll do 1 more game, and then we'll end off. So yeah, 2 spots. Anyone wants to join, feel free to. See you, Yeet Lord. Thanks for coming by. Predator would be boring. I mean, Predator, they could introduce some kind of, like, proper cloak mechanic, you know? There was a YouTube channel that did certain concepts for characters, including Predator. I did see that. I think they also did a Springtrap one and stuff like that, didn't they? I don't remember too well. Okay, so we'll do 1 more game, and then we're gonna end the stream there. Candyman? Candyman's another character. I'll be honest, I really am not too interested in or anything like that. I don't know. What's his, like, power even? It's like bees, right? He, like, shoots bees at people. I don't know. For me, at least, Candyman has never particularly taken my interest, if I'm being honest. A Terminator chapter. I could see them doing a Terminator chapter. But would he have, like, a gun? I mean, they've implemented guns, I suppose, in the past. Like, Deathslinger has a gun. So, you know, they have done it. I'm just not sure how well it will work. Because Terminator would probably have, like, a shotgun, right? The Scooby-Doo chapter. Scooby-Doo chapter probably isn't going to happen purely because it's like, it's mostly aimed at kids, those shows, or that, like, IP. But maybe as, like, a charm or something. I think I mentioned that before in other places. They could probably add, like, Scooby-Doo as, like, a charm or something like that, you know? Some kind of reference. But I doubt we're ever going to get, like, you know, like, Shaggy as a survivor or something like that. I really hope they don't do Scooby-Doo as a chapter. Arthur Morgan enters the fog. I mean, it'd be interesting. I think Red Dead isn't necessarily the type of thing that would get a crossover, though. Like, I wouldn't even say Red Dead is, like, horror adjacent, necessarily. But I wouldn't mind it. I do like Arthur as a character. Animal Crossing. Again, with all these things, like, plausibly as, like, charms, maybe, in some world, but they're not gonna happen as full chapters. I didn't actually, I didn't watch Velma. But I know it got fairly bad ratings, but again, I haven't even watched it. I couldn't speak to that, necessarily. Oh, you played 1 game? Oh, I'm sorry, Pietrulo. My bad, my bad, my bad. I didn't keep track well, I'm sorry. When are you gonna join Behavior? I don't know. I'm not sure if Behavior even like me, you know? Then again, I wouldn't say I've given them any reason to actively dislike me, but I don't know. I don't know what... If the devs are even aware of me, I'm not sure what their opinions are on me. Hopefully not bad. But you know, who knows? Josh Hutcherson would be a great survivor. I do like Josh Hutcherson, he seems like a... DBD moved from... That's true, DBD has long left behind its true kind of horror days, hasn't it? So if they did end up adding something like Red Dead, I guess it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be that bad, I suppose. It's just like I just see them adding things that are closer to horror first, you know, before they start looking at other things. We got a Plague, which isn't the best for autodidact. Okay, she's leaving me already. Infrared plasma caster and maybe his voice mimicking would be a perfect power. That sounds interesting. A scary movie. Scary movies are already kind of in the game due to the ghost face mask, the what's up mask. The possible. I saw that. I also I watched that Schmuckles video the other day. The Jurassic Park. There was that leak from I think Gojira. About Jurassic Park being in the game. I wouldn't mind if it did come to the game personally. I think it would be funny to be chased around by a T-Rex or a Velociraptor or whatever. Oh, no worries. I was like half reading chat, so I probably messed up you there as well. Ghost Runner. I've still got to play Ghost Runner. I did partially play it. You love Schmuckles. I do like Schmuckles too. And I like how all of his videos opened with like, oh, don't mind my hair, I just woke up. That always makes me laugh. But yeah, he makes good videos. I like how concise he is, he gets right to the point, discusses all like the different possibilities and theories. I enjoy watching his videos. Being chased by a raptor would be scary as hell. Yeah, it would be terrifying. Just a raptor, or like a pack of raptors, just like, oh. Because they'd probably be really fast as well. A DBD mobile event, even if it's a mobile event, I'll be down to play that. A raptor, a DBD, or a T-Rex, or whatever it was. How do you feel about FNAF Springtrap in DBD? Honestly, like, I know nothing about Five Nights at Freddy's. I watched the film recently, and actually, I enjoyed it. You know, it wasn't like the most amazing film, but I thought it was an enjoyable film. I don't know, it kind of convinced me that it could work well in DBD. I've only played the first game though of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I don't know, I didn't really like the games that much, if I'm honest, but I enjoyed the film. I think it works well actually as like a more like visual, or more of like a kind of set story kind of thing. I don't know, that's my thoughts. Raptors are small, but they're much more close to killer size than a T-Rex, because T-Rexes are like way bigger than humans. A giant insect killer. You kind of wish Alien had climbing powers. That would have been cool. I mean, they added the tunnels, which was already a huge kind of big, almost like development step, it seems. So. Yeah, definitely is eagle. The Iron Giant. I haven't seen the Iron Giant. That's a film, right? Yeah, we're done with the tier list. We're just doing with some Survive with Friends at the moment. We did the tier list for about 2 hours though to start the stream. I think the plague's coming back. Gotta be a bit careful. Oh, they have the red vomit ready. Oh, I don't have a flashlight. I thought I had a flashlight. Alien. I would like a character to climb on the walls. I think that'd be amazing. I would really enjoy if they did that. Is this gen done? It is. Okay. We got one more to do. We're getting there. How would Voldemort fit into DBD? I mean, the main reason why I wouldn't want that is because, you know, due to the author. I did hear of MatPat's retirement. That was sad, but it seems like he's doing it for good reasons. You know, hopefully everything goes well for him. I'm not sure what I'm doing at the moment. I just find a gem. I think there's one in the house still. I'm gonna check that. Yep, I hear one. I think maybe the plague's coming back up. Not too sure. But some kind of like magic wielding killer could be interesting. Like who can like cast spells and stuff. Different spell types. Until Dawn Wendigo would be a perfect climbing killer, very true. I would also love to see the Until Dawn Wendigo in general, so. I reckon I can get this gen done here. Luckily we have resilience, which is going to boost us a little bit. Add Carnage from Marvel. I could honestly see them adding some kind of like comic book character eventually. Someone like Carnage or Venom, right? I could see it working well. Gotta be a bit careful here. Evil Michaela. Like an evil Michaela. I do really want, that's one thing I would love to see, is if they added a killer or a survivor and made like a survivor or killer version of them. So like, I don't know, like they could make like Michaela a killer, for example. But it's like Michaela from another universe, you know, within the multiverse. I think that'd be really cool. One universe they became a survivor, one they became a killer. But I do think, I watched I think it was the King's interview with Matthew Cote, and he said something along the lines of like, oh yeah, that's not happening. But I would personally love to see that. I'm gonna go up for the save. I might have to trade here again, potentially. I didn't get much of a boost there, did I? Oh, she dropped down. That's nice. Maybe we can get out still. A warlock. Yeah, something like a warlock would be cool. We can maybe get out here. I might have to go for the other gate, potentially. I'm not sure where it is though. It's open. I should probably be able to run to it then. I think Luna's looping them, so... Yeah, we should be good. Nice. 4 out. No worries, Sonic. A robot that contains Autostamper's brain. That would be cool. I mean, Autostamper's been, like, a pretty big part of the lore. He's one of the only characters that actually links multiple characters. So that could be good. I do agree. GGG. GG's. Well played. I did see that, yep. Average Joe. I would love if Jurassic Park came, I really would. Alright, I think that's going to do it for the stream. We're nearing 4 hours now, and I was planning to do about 4 hours, but I'm feeling quite tired. My voice is kind of straining a bit now. But yeah, thank you for everyone who's come to the stream and done the tier list and played Survive with Friends with me. Thank you everyone for watching, everyone who donated, I really appreciate it. And yeah, I think that's going to do it. I do hope you all enjoyed. We'll probably be doing a stream next week, potentially on Tuesday as well, because of having the 1v1. We're going to be doing the 1v1 series live, probably across 2 days, probably Tuesday and Friday. And yeah, so that's that. I do hope you enjoyed. Again, thanks for coming, thanks for watching, I appreciate it. It's really nice to interact live and talk to you all. And yeah, video tomorrow. And that'll be exciting. I think people will like it too. I hope. And yeah, so that's gonna do it. Thanks, and